Good.
All right.
Eric is still on vacation.
Which is
Yes,
good.
indeed.
Yes.
Been fun. Been
Busy.
I don't know.
Busy.
How was your Christmas, everybody?
Did you guys
What was
see
your
the other
favorite
video
part of the
Eric
week?
sent?
Yes, I did.
So-
Favorite part of the week? What?
Well, so Eric sent us a video of like him being out in the beautiful ocean, beautiful Hawaii, and I sent him one back of us playing Smash. I was like, Psh, "You may have that. We got this." And then he sent one back to us of him like showing beautiful scenic Hawaii and like
Putting a switch into the
In the dock.
yeah.
and then stepping inside and
To which
getting
I
the switch
responded
booted up.
like, "Are you at a beach in a volcano in a hotel room?" Because I didn't
Hawaii
understand.
is small. They got to pack things in tight.
I don't know what he did because in the amount of time that happened, that was probably what 15 minutes.
Yeah.
He went from sitting in the water to talking about being in a volcano in a hotel room with the switch. And I'm like, I
funny.
don't understand how. I think he's saving these videos, trying to send them in time so we'd see him be stuck at work.
Probably.
Well, I definitely think so because Jancy was the one that was filming him while he was floating in the water.
I call shenanigans.
Probably waited till he got back to Wi-Fi.
He's
to
storing up
upload it.
videos, waiting,
Yeah.
uploading them to us at certain times.
Yeah.
Like he's got a meme
Like-
meme bank. Is that what they're called? When they store up a whole bunch of memes so that you can use them as like
I've never done that. It sounds,
Reaction.
sounds ridiculous, Calvin.
A meme bank?
Yes.
I'm not bank that in a bank.
How about a money bank? Just a bank. Just
bank.
I read a book
just a
called
bank account.
I've read
I
the
want a
Love
place
Bank.
To store all of the robber art, and I want to call it a Banksy bank.
All right, moving on.
That's better, and that's pretty good.
So anyway,
It's not bad.
Eric's spending Christmas in Hawaii. We're spending Christmas here. How was
We spent Christmas here.
How was everyone's Christmas?
Christmas was good.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Calvin, isn't that what you wore for the Christmas mailbag? That
might have
shirt?
been.
That shirt looks the same.
It might have been. I watched it though.
Your mic is quiet or off?
Which one?
Probably off.
I unplugged. There's so
I
many,
didn't unplug this one.
so much going on.
La 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 la.
I think you're just quiet.
What? That's
well,
impossible.
Eric is usually sitting over here, and
He can't just be
very
quiet.
loud.
I guess just turn up his dial.
Hello. Hello, 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 hello.
You guys hear him?
I don't know.
Can you hear me? Can you all see me? Hello, hello, hello. Blah, 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 blah. Bow, 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 bow. Make a noise so Rick can hear me. La, 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 la,
Is it
la,
not
la,
working
la.
or what?
It's like none of these are affecting him.
Is it the right one? Is it the right cable?
Okay, it's that one.
La, 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 la.
He's still quiet.
Blah, 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 blah. Do you want me to be louder?
Yeah, but it might just be that, I don't know. It could be an issue.
Face the right way?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I don't know, guys. Calvin will just be quiet, unlike any other video we've ever had.
We need consistency.
I just see Super Smash Bros. Ultimate on there. The only thing I can see.
This is why you don't read chat, Shane.
All right, so Christmases. How was everyone's Christmas?
Christmas was pretty good. Let's see. I've got one left, which will bring the number up to 7.
Where Christmas is over.
No, I got one left.
Good lord.
7.
Yeah, a lot of Christmases. It's crazy.
Growing up with him, his birthdays and Christmases were crazy.
It'll be 12 one of these days, and I'll actually have the 12 days of Christmas.
You just have to make sure you
12
schedule them all in
Christmases?
a row every day.
Yep.
Oh,
Are
man.
there plans to have 12 Christmases, or are you just saying that every year it increases? So
People
I don't
keep
know
getting
where I can
married
find
and
all the
getting divorced
birds
in the same
I'll
way.
need, though.
Birds.
I mean, there's a lot of birds in the 12 days of Christmas.
get a bunch of birds and some acrylic paint in your set.
But
What? What is that?
Make
What-
different kind of birds.
But Christmas was
have-
fun. The great thing about all the Christmases, as I dropped my pen, is like you have all this different delicious food, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you get leftovers of the best food at every place, and then you have the ultimate meal after it's all over.
The ultimate meal.
Yeah, so like my grandma Wanda's
Like
noodles,
Mega Christmas.
and like my grandma Harris mashed potatoes, and like my mom's ham.
Yeah, but then they're old and they're not. You can't wait for every Christmas. When was your first Christmas, Rick?
The first Christmas was the Saturday before Christmas, I think.
You've had 6 Christmases since Saturday.
Yeah.
That's 6 days in a row.
All
Like
right.
6 Christmases, 6 days.
So when's your 7th Christmas?
This Saturday
So-
at your
So you're
parents'
gonna
place.
store up the food over a course of a week to a week and a half so that you can have mega Christmas?
Yes.
I know Monica
Mega-
listens
Not
to
bad.
this, but their Christmas doesn't have the best food item of any of the other Christmases. So
It doesn't have one of those, like one, like this is the best of this one.
no.
Should have had that one first then.
No best of.
Ouch.
So I don't have to wait for that one.
Okay.
Dang.
Sorry, Calvin.
You guys need a.
I don't know. I haven't had all of your family's Christmas.
The
dinners.
vegetable lasagna just doesn't do it for me.
Vegetable lasagna?
Is that what we had last
No.
year? Okay. That's. I don't ever remember having.
Why are you guys doing it
any
this-
kind of thing?
Why are you guys doing it this late, Calvin?
Huh? We're just having.
This isn't working. Damn. But Evie, I mean, for Christmas, for us parents, I think it's all about the kids. So Evie had a great time.
Yeah.
She got. Actually, we've been playing a lot of Smash Brothers, of all things, which we got way before Christmas.
Yeah.
But just had, the limited amount of time I've actually been home. Been playing that a lot. But she got Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, which she loves and she can play.
Yeah.
Why Eevee?
Well,
Not because it's her name.
For all you don't know, his daughter's name is Evie. So.
yeah, it's fun because I can't remember a time when I couldn't read, but
Okay.
she can't
I can.
read, but she knows the order of the menu items. So she knows the second menu item is to get to the berries and the first one is to fight, even though she can't read what they actually say.
Yeah.
Which you said you remember that.
Yeah, I feel
From,
back
last
in,
week,
in
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
back when I was playing on PS3, there were some games that I would just I would know the menu enough. I'd look it up on YouTube and there was a tutorial.
Japanese games, right?
Yeah, I used to have some PS1
played-
imports that I had to do that with.
I've played some
Yeah.
Japanese demos and stuff like that where you just had to click every button to learn what they did without having any idea what the characters.
I didn't know they made
letters-
Zork in Japanese.
I've still got Tetris Battle Gaiden. Have we ever played that on stream? Us?
Never. I don't.
Tetris what?
Tetris Battle Gaiden.
No.
It only came out in Japan. It's amazing.
No.
It's
I've
Is
played
that-
with you, Rick.
Is that
It's
like
amazing.
the Mortal Kombat
It's
Tetris
Battle
game?
kind of, except
Do you remember that?
yeah, that's more of a puzzle fighter kind
Yeah.
of game. But this one, it's Tetris, but you pick a character and they have different special moves. And so, as you get Tetrises and stuff, you build up your special meter, and you can use it at level 1, 2, 3, or 4, and it's a different move depending on. And some of them are crazy. It'll just turn all their stuff to concrete, and they just can never clear those blocks, or it'll give a little laser beam thing that'll clear out a 3-section block on your well or whatever. It's really cool. We need to play it on stream sometime.
They should make a fighter game that's Tetris like that, and you have to fight while doing a Tetris puzzle at the same time, and you can't lose either one or you lose.
Yeah.
So you mean you have to do
So,
certain moves?
so,
you have to go back.
The
to move
joysticks are just for the Tetris moving blocks and stuff, rotating the blocks and putting them in places.
Yeah.
While the D-pad and the face buttons are for an actual fighter, like a Mortal Kombat fighter. So you're playing a fighter and then you have to solve a puzzle.
I vaguely
At the same
remember
time.
a game on the DS. I think it was Henry Hatsworth that was half puzzle game and half platformer. You had to
Sounds-
do both at the same time.
That sounds interesting.
Do you remember that, Shane?
Never. No.
Henry Hatsworth?
Henry Hatsworth, I think it was called.
I don't know.
No, I don't think so. It's
mean-
British.
Is that?
Maybe. I don't know.
Sounds like something that I've heard before, but I don't recognize it.
Yeah, that was my Christmas. Just going to so many different places, eating so much different kind of food, and playing. Oh, I did go to a friend's place, and he got a Switch and Smash. And so he was excited to play Smash. And we started playing, and eventually it was teams of 2 and 3 versus me. And eventually we just stopped playing.
Because nobody was winning.
That's how it usually happens with me with
But
Smash.
then we play monikers.
I try to get Melanie's brothers and stuff to play Smash and whatnot, and then, or even Colson now, he just gets upset. He's like, I never win. I'm like, one day. Because that's the thing I told Melanie too, because I was like, I'm never gonna let my kids win. They can beat me, but when they beat me, then they should feel accomplished. They've earned it. They've practiced and got better,
Yeah.
But I don't just throw it and let them win.
Now, I will do you random though? Pick
Yeah,
random
I'll just
characters
pick
or
random
whatever?
Characters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I don't just play my main. Here we go. Mario versus what you got.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll do random, and it gets me acquainted with various characters. He's beaten a few characters I'm just bad with. I'm not good with a lot of characters on there, so it varies. But Christmas for us, we had the family over, and so I made. Actually, I told Rick, I don't know if you guys know, I had Christmas here.
Really?
I ate at this table because we had 2 ovens, and I was cooking a ham and a turkey.
That's no, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So like I had to. I was like, I was saying to Melanie, like, okay, we're gonna do a turkey and a ham. I'm like, I got one oven. How am I gonna cook all this food? 'Cause I was doing the green beans that Shane had us do during Cooking with Blind Wave.
Yeah.
Right. So I did those green beans, and then I also did my potatoes that I did for another Cooking with Blind Wave.
The roasted potatoes.
Yeah. So I did both of those and a turkey and a ham, and I'm like, I don't have enough room in my oven to cook all this.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just cook it at the studio and then take it back home. And then I was talking with Melanie, I was like, well, let's just have it here, and we'll just do it upstairs at the big table. We'll just serve it here. So we did that.
That's
Just
awesome.
served it here.
I think in the back apartment there's a third stove that you could have used. I think. I'm not sure.
Man, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it works. So I spent a lot of Sunday cooking, and the turkey came out like really good. So much that Melanie said that she said it was too moist, that she didn't want it. It was a texture thing. She was afraid
Really?
it wasn't done or something like that. That it was too moist. But everyone was like, no, it tastes good. Like I don't know how you have too moist of turkey.
I don't like
it's
it
hard
when
to,
it's like.
It's hard to not have turkey dry. You know,
Yeah.
it dries very easily.
Yeah, I agree
So,
there.
I like a moist turkey, but I don't like it like watery, like
Yeah.
too moist.
Yeah, well,
But-
that's probably getting into the raw
Yeah.
point of things. Yeah. It wasn't that bad, but it was like, it had a nice moist texture to it, I guess, but she didn't like
I
it.
just like dark meat.
Really?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. I prefer it.
Like the legs and stuff like that?
With all birds, pretty much prefer dark meat, yeah.
I get you. I don't know. It depends on, I guess, how like the white meat of it is.
Yeah.
Because that's the part that can dry real easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On mine, I was following a recipe that,
At KFC, I'm not going for the breasts. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I get you. I always put it in the oven for like a really high temperature at first to try to like roast the outside.
To like braise it or whatever.
Kind of, and then I take it down, and then for the one I do, especially if I'm gonna do gravy, I take bacon and line it over the breast of the turkey, and it helps hold the moisture in, and then that bacon helps make a really good like gravy later on with all
yeah.
the juices of the bacon and the turkey
Bacon
and
turkey
everything.
gravy.
Yeah, and I have a
really
butter
good.
that I do, and I put it like in between the skin and the meat,
Ooh.
all this stuff. So it was really
sounds
good.
great.
I really liked the turkey. It turned out good. The ham, I was surprised because I didn't think the ham was gonna turn out good because I didn't know what I was gonna do with my glaze. And I didn't have like, sometimes I use like a brandy or a wine or something like that. I didn't have anything, so I used that one that Axon
Oh,
that he had bought a long time ago
The
when he was
box
here.
wine?
Yeah, the red box wine. I used that, and it actually turned out pretty good.
That's awesome.
It was surprising.
Yeah.
So.
Getting some good use out of it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Akasan.
But as far as Christmas and stuff like that, I got Starlink.
Yeah.
With has like Star Fox in it and stuff like that for
Yeah.
the Switch. I got
Oh,
that.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
For some reason, I thought you
oh.
said starling, like the bird.
Oh, Starlink.
Okay. Cool.
Starlink. So it's really neat. I just started playing it the other day.
Yeah, how is that? How's that play?
It's interesting. Dude, you can go from planet to planet. Like you can see a planet, and like I just like you put your crosshairs over it, and it tell you the name of the planet, and it tells you how far away it is,
Yeah.
and you just can fly there. And you can hold
What?
R and do hyperspace and go through hyperspace, and sometimes outlaws will show up, or you got to stop to navigate an asteroid field.
Oh, dude.
Like, it's pretty cool. And then once you get down to the planet, you can like go down low, and then you kind of go into like this strafing like land speeder kind of thing, which is
Yeah.
really neat.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can hold R and then take off and fly around the planet. So it's neat. The only thing I don't like is like the right stick is like for flight, it's your aiming, so your reticle, so it makes you go
Yeah.
up and down, and then the left stick is your speed and stuff. And I kind of wish it was reversed, but I can't find a way to reverse it.
Gotcha.
Is there like a
it-
co-op
is it
mode?
like Joy-Cons?
Yeah. You can do a co-op mode. It comes with like a stand you put your Joy-Cons into.
Yeah.
And there's a stand you swap it out kind of like Skylanders or like the Amiibos. So whatever you put on it, that's what ship you have. And you can take the wings off of every ship, so you can have a different hull with different ships. You can put like different wings on each of the ships. You can have 2 wings.
You
and
put
then
like different weapons on
yeah,
each
and then
wing,
you can
right?
alternate what weapons and stuff are on it and everything too.
Cool.
So it was pretty neat. I like it.
Did you
but
play it
for
on like Joy-Cons?
for co-op
what
side
you
of
should
it,
do is you can
do it.
invert your look
I don't.
and then turn the controller over.
No, it doesn't work because you hold it like this. I can't turn it that way. But no, I tried. I tried it with that, and then eventually I took the Joy-Cons out. And once you've assigned like your ships into the game, you can play it digitally and just change it with the Joy-Cons without having to have that base.
Okay.
So
Okay.
me
That's
and like Leon and Colson and stuff were swapping off playing co-op, just flying around and doing stuff. The only thing that kind of sucks is like the 2 players have to stay so close to each other. If the first player goes too far away, the second player teleports to him.
Oh,
So
Okay.
you can't get too far
Gears of
away
War.
from each other. So
Yeah.
and Halo.
that was really cool. I also got this shirt, which is really funny.
Stand up, Aaron.
Daddy shirt.
Yeah, it's
I got that. I got some like Chewbacca pants and stuff, and
Cool. Are they
some
hairy?
things. No, they're not. They're not hairy.
Are they just like they look hairy?
No, they're just brown.
Oh.
Just brown Chewbacca pants.
They say
Calvin.
Chewbacca
How do you
on
know
them.
they're-
Yeah, they say
how do you-
Wookiee Warrior on them.
Oh, okay.
And then
I
one
was
side
like,
says,
well,
like,
how do you
Star
know they're
Wars down the
Chewbacca
leg?
Pants? Like you wouldn't have the
No, just-
bandolier.
Every brown pair of pants I have are Chewbacca pants. Some pants become Chewbacca pants, Calvin.
Oh my gosh.
So, but no, that was cool. I got Melanie a necklace, like a little heart necklace.
Cool.
So she got that for Christmas, but it was pretty good. Kids had fun. They got like Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze for the Switch.
Sweet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's a good one right there.
Colton was wanting Donkey Kong. We got him like a little like Nickelodeon kart racer game.
Yeah.
Like they can play like SpongeBob and like the Ninja Turtles and like Rugrats.
Sounds like a kart racing holocaust.
Yeah, I don't know how good it is, but we saw turtles and stuff like that, and I was like, they'll like it. They'll have
No
fun.
snow here in Ohio, so no sled riding or any outdoor activities.
It'll snow.
The
a
most
little.
snow that we got was about a week before Thanksgiving.
It like doesn't snow until January typically.
Yeah.
It seems, you know.
When I was younger, I felt like it snowed
It's not a
sooner.
lot.
It did. It's global warming. it's
I think
terrible.
I think it's like the 50-year cycle or whatever.
No.
I
What?
remember it snowing.
50 years ago?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Calvin.
No, I remember it snowing when I was a kid. My dad remembers it snowing when he was like.
Yeah, but you also
no.
lived in northern Ohio.
It used to
No.
snow when we had the big blizzard of 90. What was it? 8?
I
There was-
can't remember the year.
I want to say it was like 98 or something like that, and there was like a huge snow. I was building like igloos outside, and there was
Yeah.
no school for like a week or two.
Yeah, I remember 2 big ones.
In our
One
lifetime?
when I was like living down with Grammy and them, like and I went to Little Warren School.
Mm-hmm.
There was a huge one in March. That was one of the worst ever. And then I remember another one when I lived in Bartlett at school, and electric was out for like a week.
Yeah. I remember taking like those like red, what are they, coolers, and like stuffing snow in it.
Oh yeah.
Making,
Making
like,
blocks.
making like little block brick things
Yeah.
and we built like an igloo.
Like
it was
a
like
proper igloo?
Yeah,
That's cool.
And then I had like little tunnels running through. All my dad, like when he shoveled all the driveway, there was like these big piles of snow, and I'd pack them, and then I'd start digging little holes and stuff into them, and I had to have like these little tunnels going through like these big mounds of snow by the driveway.
That's
There's
cool.
one I made that you could jump in, and then you could slide down the hill.
Nice.
It was really cool.
That's cool.
I like that one a lot. So I don't know. Anymore, it seems like it doesn't snow. It snows later and later every year. So hopefully we'll get some snow. But
Remember
I'm
one
also
time.
worried because my truck won't handle it.
Well, I
Yeah,
remember
I-
one time the roads were bad enough. You and Melanie had to stay at Rhonda's.
Well, yeah, that was at Washington State. We were leaving there, and you know, like where Washington State has like it's kind of a hill this way and like not so much of a hill this way, but
Yeah.
it's still a hill.
Yeah.
We're like, what the hell are we gonna do? This is terrible. People were like sliding down them and stuff. And then we got over by Qdoba eventually and went to stop, and one car in front of us just kept going into the intersection.
Oh
you
my
know, like it was terrible. And
Good
Rick had
Lord.
said like we were like, man, I don't want to go back. You know, this time we're living out Bartlett way. You know, Bartlett,
like
30
out-
minutes,
out-
30 minutes away down 550 and
Yeah.
stuff. And Rick's like, why don't you come stay at Rhonda's? You know. So
Yeah.
I was like, all right. So we followed him out to Rhonda's and got there. It was only like, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes away, somewhere in that range. And got there, and Rick said, here, play this. And he handed me a controller on his laptop, and I played the first Portal game for the first time.
Oh
I
shit.
played the whole game.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Rick and Melanie just sat and watched.
That's awesome.
Aaron and I slept together. Melanie slept on the couch.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
It's good times.
Shane, how was your Christmas?
It was good. The kids had a really good one. I feel like last year, like they got a couple DSs, but I feel like only Malachi really played his. Leon didn't play him too much, and now he plays mostly the big consoles.
Yeah.
So this year I try to get him like stuff for like a lot of Legos. I got him and Leona subscriptions to this service called KiwiCo. It's like this online company. They send like educational things, like there's art, there's science, there's engineering, there's all kinds of stuff. So they've been building those. It's just been really cool for the most part.
Good.
Yeah, they had. I mean, the only thing I didn't really like is I always went to. I always hate going to my relative's house. You know what I mean? And I don't hate my relatives. I just hate, like, when I was younger. For one thing, all my relatives lived on a road together.
Mm-hmm.
There's this one mile and a half long road, and it like half of it is all my relatives, like aunts, uncles, grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, all living next to each other. So we saw each other all the time. I just stayed at home when I was a kid. But this time she wants to go to her parents, and then all her cousins and aunts, uncles, they all fucking go there.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, I brought Smash, so I was playing with Malachi in the living room, so that was fun. And then we went to my parents, and that's always an ordeal. But it's nice because they get the kids a lot of stuff. They always get the kids like a ton of clothes and things like that, so that was nice. I saw my dad for like 5 minutes. He always goes back in the bedroom when people come over. He just doesn't like dealing with all kinds of people and noise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's funny because I'm kind of slowly turning into that. I feel like every time like Joy's friends come over, I always go back in the room and close the door.
I was going to hide.
It's weird because like some of my friends are like, Shane, when you were younger, you were so damn sociable. Now you just don't. Now you just stand there and
Old and crotchety.
you have no emotion. And then when other people have emotions, you get mad at them.
It's because we spend all of our emotions and reactions. At least that's how I feel. It's like I have a small amount to begin with in my life.
Yeah.
In your life, it's slowly draining away.
And then I watch
It's
My
like
Hero.
a woman is born with like 500 eggs. Rick was born with 500 points of emotion. You know what I mean?
You can have 500 moments of emotion. Once those are gone, he's done. That's it.
That's
Pretty
it.
much, yeah. So I mean, when I get home, I just want to relax and I want to spend time with the family. I don't, and then like, we like Blind Wave took a few days off for Christmas, and I was like, I want to be home, hanging out with this house that that we rented. That's nice. That I want to be at with my kids playing games that I got.
Yeah.
Now she want to go out and see everybody, and now I'm back fucking to work, and they got Christmas break, and now they're home all day playing games, watching movies.
Doing what you wanted to do when you had time off.
Pretty much, yeah. But they had a great Christmas. They had a good time. My 4-year-old, she was like that kid who got a Nintendo 64 for every gift. She just starts screaming. She gets socks, and they get like Dora Explorer socks, and she go She starts screaming.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was pretty cool to watch. Yeah, she was really excited for everything, every single thing she got. Yeah.
But
Malachi, he'd be like, okay, clothes next.
Yeah.
Come on, man, you should appreciate some clothes.
I loved getting clothes when I was a kid.
Really.
Because it was bought for me and it wasn't hand-me-downs.
My kids, like, it seemed like it wouldn't matter what it was. They wanted to open every present right now. It didn't matter what this present was right now. It could have been the N64 or it could have been a pair of socks. They'd be like, sweet, all right, next present. They wanted to get through them and know what everything was, and then they were going to play with what they wanted to afterwards.
It's weird because and maybe it's because of reactions. Like I wanted to, I wanted my son to open it. I wanted to see his reaction, and I wanted him to say something. Like, okay, that's cool. I'm like, no, hey, what do you think of this? I think it's cool. I'm like, all right, give me more, baby.
It's like UN reactions.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
what about you, Calvin? Although
it was-
we haven't had the one at your parents yet, but
No, not yet. Since we knew we were going to have another one later with different people, we kind of decided to keep some presents back, which is kind of weird. Because then you don't know which ones to hold back and which ones to let them have immediately. But yeah, it was good. Just spent kind of the day sitting on the couch watching movies.
Watch Home Alone?
No, we didn't watch Home Alone.
Oh, watch the first one.
We did watch Home Alone.
we did.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch any Christmas movie? Or have you? Or
I watched I watched part of Muppet Christmas Carol, and I watched It's a Wonderful Life.
He and everyone else went pokey walking, and Daryl and I stayed home and watched Jingle All the Way.
for Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so did you have a Christmas or no?
Oh,
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I mean, they were at my place for 8 hours
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
or something. But
Okay.
Yeah, but
Jingle All the Way is
towards
great.
the end, everybody was feeling pretty tired and napping and everything like that.
Well, you went pokey walking. No
Eventually,
wonder.
we were like, we need to get up and move. Let's
Oh,
go for a walk.
Okay, so you were getting tired, so you did that to get to
Yeah.
awaken. Okay, I get you now. Yeah, I don't know. We watched the first Home Alone, not on Christmas, but kind of getting ready for Christmas.
Yeah,
Home
ours
Alone
a
we
couple
watched.
days before Christmas we watched it, and of course, love that scream. Man,
For
so
the other thing, on Christmas Day, we were talking about after we did stuff, we were gonna watch another Christmas movie, and they picked The Star, which they got from I don't know, they got it for Christmas at some
The
point.
Star.
It's called The Star. It's it's a Sony animated movie that is about Bo, which is this little donkey, and he meets up with Joseph and Mary, and Mary's has just become pregnant with the Jesus baby.
yeah,
You know what I
the
mean?
Jesus baby.
So it's telling the story from kind of these animals' perspectives, and there's some King Herod who's trying to get rid of him. So he sends off this guy with these evil dogs to go and catch Mary and kill her. and they're trying to protect her from these dogs and stuff. And
Yeah, at the time, because there was a prophecy about that, so he wanted just to kill all the newborns, pretty much, yeah.
But it has voice actors from Stephen.
But Jesus was a gangster, so he lived until he was about 33. You know what I mean? His cocksucker's crucified.
All right, calm down.
It has voice actors from Stephen Yeun.
Stephen Yeun?
Yeun?
Yeah, from
Is it?
Walking Dead.
From Glenn. It also had Mariah Carey, Kelly Clarkson, Ving Rhames,
Oh, cool.
Tracy Morgan, Gabriel Iglesias.
Tracy Morgan.
Yeah, Gabriel Iglesias.
Gabriel Iglesias, who's that?
He's Fluffy,
Yeah.
the comedian.
I'm not fat, I'm fluffy.
Yeah, that guy, if you know him.
Yeah,
It
remind
also
me-
had that talk show host. What's her name? She doesn't do it anymore. Oprah.
Oh, Oprah Winfrey?
She was in it.
Huh.
Like,
You know, the movie kind of sucked.
Tyler Perry.
You know, the movie kind of sucked.
Yeah, Tyler, Tracy, and Oprah all played the 3 camels that were with the 3 wise men.
Oh, okay. That's kind of strange.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's funny.
Keegan was like the.
Oh, yeah.
He was the bird, which is like the best friend of the donkey, which was voiced by Glenn.
Okay.
So.
You know what sucked was A Wrinkle in Time, man.
Oh, really? I haven't watched it. I watched a little bit of it, but I haven't finished it.
I'll tell you what, dude. It just was an average movie.
Really?
It really was, yeah. Like, it seemed so hyped. The trailer was so cool, and the way it visualizes, like, the metaphysical and the interdimensional stuff was great, but I just felt like the story fell a little flatter. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Like, it just disappointed the fuck out of me. I'll say that right now. I remember watching
Well, that's
Joy.
unfortunate.
And Joy kind of just enjoys pretty much everything she sees. And some people think that we think that, even though I don't think we think that. We just are trying to be positive during reviews and reactions.
I mean,
Have they seen the
I
Game of
remember
Thrones
seeing-
reactions?
I mean,
Well, yeah.
Well,
I'm pretty
some
sure
some
they
movies
have.
we've done too. The Mummy, we weren't just like, man, this is the greatest movie I've ever seen. Like sometimes like
Yeah.
movies that we know we're gonna enjoy,
Yeah,
we
I
go
wanted
watch.
that movie to
but-
be good, and it was okay. Disappointed me.
That's
yeah.
partially the thing. Like, when we go to see movies, they're normally movies that we know we're going to enjoy. So
Yeah. Well, we don't have a
it's-
ton of time to go see movies because
Yeah.
like they basically take up a whole day.
I
of,
gotta
like,
kind of
you gotta go watch it, come back, set up, do the movie review, and then
gotta be selective with what we watch.
yeah, it's at least what
Well, I remember
4 to 5
walking out there,
hours
and
of
Joy
just
was
doing
like,
it.
"Did you enjoy that?" I said, "It was all right." And she goes, "Yeah, I thought it was okay." You know,
Even Joy thought it was okay.
Yeah, she's like, and she can't really articulate why. She just didn't feel that feeling that she.
I mean,
did.
it looked. What I saw of it looked very like grandiose and
yeah,
beautiful.
it is. But
and-
then like,
but as far as like the story just kind of was like, eh.
it was like more of a spectacle than a story.
I don't even want to say that 'cause I hate people say that. You know what I mean? But because it was done, like I can't believe how well they handled like the metaphysical and like the different interdimensional
So like the
stuff.
CGI and the artistic work there was great, but like the writing,
shots
the
were good.
writing wasn't great. Is that what you would say?
Or was it
Maybe.
the acting?
I don't think it was
Like, the
acting.
story might be good, but
I
the
thought
acting just
was
might
pretty
carry
good.
it through.
I liked Reese Witherspoon, right? She was
Yeah.
the one. I kind of liked her. Like
Did
she
you-
was
so you
kinda-
did see it?
I remember to a point. Like they
Okay.
got to the weird
Yeah, they-
darkness.
Have you seen
stuff.
20 minutes of it, Aaron?
Well, we started watching it because I wasn't. Leon didn't like
Did you
it.
read the book when you were younger?
Hell no. What do you mean read a book?
Hell no.
What book would I
He
have
doesn't
read?
read books now.
Well, same
Shane.
age, like we had to read books, and none of us did
You know
make
what?
us read them.
Shane, I did a book report on the Count of Monte Cristo by watching the movie.
The movie is so much different.
I used that,
lot
and I
different.
used what's that website? Pink Monkey or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Rick, you
Nah.
probably didn't use it. You
No,
probably
I
you
read
the
the
books.
books.
Damn it, Rick. There was some website called like Pink Monkey or something.
Where it would give you like a...
and it would give you like basic like rundown of the movie and
like
the
this
book
happened
and
and then this
whatnot
character
and
did
stuff.
this kind of thing.
Yeah, so I used that in the movie, made my book report, got like a B. I was happy.
Like, Count of Monte Cristo is a fun read, though. I mean, it's long, but it's not like
yeah.
Moby Dick or something.
No.
And the abridged version, anyone could read. I feel like.
Yeah.
Honestly,
It it was written for like the masses,
Yeah.
right? It's not like a
because like in the Penguin Classics, like there's this big thing in the beginning about one of the translators. We talked about being a child's novel, but it's not. I mean, but he also corrected the fact that it's not really a child's novel. There's all this where he gets high on drugs and all this crazy stuff that this guy does to get his revenge. Like it's nuts, but it's pretty appealing to the broad masses. I don't think little kids can read it, but it's not Treasure Island.
Yeah, no, this was like senior year.
Okay, yeah, I mean the book, the
I-
Jim Caviezel movie,
we read
which I
Holes.
love.
We read Holes. I
In,
read
like,
Holes.
7th grade.
Holes was
Yeah,
good. I watched the movie
that's
first.
a little
though.
more like the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I knew you were going to say that.
well, the book has got more characters and different motivations and.
Calvin,
Probably a treat stream.
Okay.
yeah.
is his mic working yet?
Yeah, I fixed it.
Okay.
Someone turned off like all the dials. So yeah, I don't know. But I think it's fixed now
Good.
for the most part.
long
Anyway.
people
Oh, he's
here.
telling him to come up now. It changed.
Well, it's probably an actual person.
You know what's weird? Is like last night I was feeling sick. I thought almost to the point where I thought I had a temperature,
Yeah.
and like I couldn't sleep. But when I was, you know, what was weird is like when I was sleeping / dreaming / awake, I kept thinking about Smash Brothers. Like I kept thinking about like the 3 different ways I did my short hop sex kick. I kept like doing it with my hand. And Joy said she saw me move my hand and shit.
I did the same thing when we were driving home from my dad's last night from Cutler.
Yeah.
Maggie was driving, and like I was just staring out the window, and she's like, "You're being awfully quiet." I was like, "What?" "Oh, sorry." And like, yeah, I was just like doing the motions.
It was
you know?
weird 'cause, like it's like that feeling. I feel like I could throw up, but I haven't. I still actually. I've like, this whole morning, a whole day, I've kind of felt like that.
Yeah. Dude, Leon was
It always
sick.
makes me paranoid when I feel like I'm sick.
Leon was
There's
sick
no,
last
like,
week.
Measurable symptoms like, oh, I got cancer.
What?
That's the first thing I think of. You know, something wrong with me. If I had a temperature, I'd be okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well I got a flu.
Leon was sick and had a temperature and missed the last week of school.
Yeah.
And then Melanie tried to quarantine him to keep him away from everybody. And then on Sunday night to Monday, the other 3 acquired a fever.
Yeah.
So
right before Christmas.
So Christmas Day, everyone was sick with fevers and stuff. We're like, son of a gun.
I feel like I could have like a temperature, but I don't.
Yeah. So like all the others have been kind of slowly getting better. Ayla's been the worst. She's just so like pitiful.
Yeah.
Like it's like, you know, she's sick, not feeling well, but like I don't think she understands why she doesn't feel well. She just knows she doesn't, so she's just like.
It's always terrible.
You know.
But I feel like I got. You know how when you're starting to get the flu, you have like muscle pains in your back and stuff.
Yeah.
I have that everywhere. Like my stomach, back. I feel it, but it hasn't gotten worse, and I haven't thrown up. So I feel like
That's good.
when you have a flu, it's like a 10 in terms of how shitty you feel.
Thank you, Atoyawas.
I feel like I'm like at a 5, and I've been a 5 since last night.
Damn.
You know what I mean? I won't get better, I won't get worse.
All the kids keep getting like pains in their legs whenever like that was the first thing they complained about before they started getting a fever.
It's like my leg hurts.
Kind of.
My back hurt last
and by the
night.
way, who sent Atoyawas sent this?
Atoyawas. Yep.
Atoyawas, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Much
and
appreciated.
Bangarang, all you people take care of us. We
Jay.
appreciate it. Because
So-
of obvious reasons, I don't think I'm going to partake in pizza today. But I appreciate it. I probably shouldn't even have. I had a smoothie, which is like a really highly nutritious. It's spinach, blueberries, flaxseed, chia seed, walnuts, organic coffee,
Flaxseed, chia seed.
and raw organic cocoa powder, which is high in antioxidants. I feel like shit. I don't think I should have. And a frozen banana. I feel like I shouldn't have had it.
So if you guys had like unlimited money, what would be your perfect Christmas? Like your perfect Christmas vacation?
There you go. I don't know. I feel like I'd like to go to like one of those like ski lodge type places, like in Boy Meets World,
Yeah.
Yeah.
where there's like snow. We can go skiing. We can play in the snow. We can have a Christmas tree. We can have a fireplace. You know,
Hot toddies.
You can go to.
I can get a hot toddy at
You can go to
Walmart.
Snowshoe here. It's like 3 hours away.
Okay. What's your point?
If you had all the money in the world, you go there.
Where would you go? Hawaii?
I don't know.
Fucking Eric.
I thought
The only fools go to Hawaii for Christmas.
Yeah. Where it's warm. Who wants that?
as a Christmas specific holiday.
Yeah, not just any vacation. Like for Christmas, where would you want to go?
I don't know. Disney World.
Like back to Philippines.
Disney World for Christmas? Really?
I'm sure they got some kind of holiday theme stuff there. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they definitely have like
Is it-
Christmas Town
Shane,
and stuff
I
like that.
respect your decision on your vacation you would want to take for Christmas. I like it. I would like to go to some place with snow.
That's the stupidest idea ever, Aaron.
I gotta take this. Give me 1 second, guys.
All right.
I actually, I'm surprised that you said that, Aaron, because that's kind of what I was thinking too.
I just
'Cause I'd like to go skiing and be up on the mountain somewhere where it's nice and cabin.
Yeah, I know. I just would like a having like a Christmas tree for sure, and then like having snow that we can play in and make like a snowman. Like you go, Santa's come, you open your presents, you have a fun morning, you make breakfast, you go out and build a snowman, Olaf thing, whatever out there in the outside
Olaf
place
thing.
where the light is in the sky.
See, I thought Calvin's would
sun.
be hunting moose in Canada.
Probably,
Huh?
I said I thought yours would be hunting moose in Canada.
especially with a shirt like that.
No. I mean, no, probably not hunting moose because
Riding
in-
moose. I'm sorry.
in the winter, like,
Drag racing moose.
no. Like they're hard to get to in the winter.
But I don't know. I like the idea of having that, and then you can come inside. You have hot cocoa. You go to the fireplace. You can sit and warm up. Get the kids to bed, and then me and the wife can sit by the fireplace and warm up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we gotta lock the doors from the outside.
I knew what you meant, Aaron.
I don't know. It just sounds like it'd be a fun time.
Mine would be the Hateful Eight, I think.
Trapped in a cabin.
Yeah, trapped
With
in the cabin.
A bunch of murderers
What?
smashing a
Would you want to be the people down in the
$2 million
basement?
$2 million guitar or whatever it was.
Oh man.
No,
I feel so bad.
mine I think would be like trapped somewhere without electricity, so people had to play board games. Like there was nothing else to do, and like they couldn't leave. There's just too much snow.
So there's a ton of snow outside.
There's so much.
So
snow.
it's like mine, but just a lot of snow.
exactly.
Like-
and like it could be in a log cabin or whatever. There's
Like
just,
it's level with the windows. You can't even get up and look out.
yeah, and there's nothing else to do. Like nothing.
It doesn't have to be that bad, Calvin. Like,
I mean,
wait, do you want to? Like, they can't go outside and play or nothing?
No, like you can't open the door.
you can't push the door open
Shit,
or
Rick,
anything.
you better have a lot of food.
Like I hear the Saint Bernards or whatever like digging, trying to save us.
St.
With that
Bernard.
barrel of whiskey or whatever around their neck. I don't know what it is.
What?
Whatever
Yeah.
they carry around their neck. It's like a barrel of whiskey or something.
Is it?
It's something. I don't remember.
I don't know.
I don't know what it is. It's like something like
Probably
that.
a barrel of their slobber that's catching
no.
it.
It's supposed to be something to warm you up whenever you're like stuck
Yeah.
in the cold.
Yeah, it's some sort of alcohol, like vodka or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a barrel of whiskey. It's like a little barrel wrapped around their neck. But they're like St. Bernards. Aren't they St. Bernards?
I think so.
Okay. I've never heard of this
You
side.
what?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
find people in like avalanches.
They're
and
like
stuff.
snow rescue dogs and stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Like people buried in avalanches and stuff. Like they go and dig up and then they drink some of this whiskey around. You know?
Gotcha. Okay. That's cool.
I think it's whiskey. It could have been, I don't know,
But yeah,
It's probably Fireball.
like some kind of bourbon or whiskey or something like that.
it's why I like the castle in Ravenswood so much, because there's no internet there, and they have a library of board games, and they have a whole room that's dedicated to playing like Dungeons and Dragons and shit. So like, that's my favorite place to go on vacation.
We
You
should-
go in.
We should go there and play Dungeons and Dragons sometime.
We should.
You go in and you drop the portcullis, and then nobody can get out. You just play games.
Yeah.
It opens again at 9 a.m. in the morning when you leave.
It's like when you get locked in at the penitentiary. You can get locked in
Yeah.
there for the ghosts with like the lights
Yeah.
and your flashlight around. We should do that too. You should
Yeah.
go get locked in all over the place, Rick.
Yeah. Just go to Walmart and get locked in.
No, they don't close.
They did for Christmas.
Wow, maybe.
You just hide in amongst the pillows, wait for them to close, and then go to sporting goods and get bikes off the rack and ride them around and joust and stuff.
What the? This is home.
Have you never jousted on bicycles? Get like a broom handle, tuck it under your arm, and ride at each other and try to unhorse the other person. Used to do that when we were kids.
I mean, I saw
I really
in
like the
Indiana
metal
Jones
tip
where they
broom
took
handle.
the umbrella or whatever and put it in the spokes.
Yeah, that's what you need to do. Like you don't go for them, you duck it, shove it in their tires.
No, we've done
They
that
just
before
flip.
too. Yeah, but the problem with that is
That'd be
it
great.
bends the spokes and then you can't ride the bike anymore.
Yeah, but they're not yours anyway. They're Walmart's. You just leave.
Well, at Walmart, yeah, but when we were kids, we couldn't do that. It would ruin the bike.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Brandy,
you
it could be
don't want to
brandy.
do it to the front tire because then it'll flip them over. But if the
No,
back
that's
tire,
when you
it'll
wanna
like
do it
skid.
too. No, I saw talking about whiskey and stuff like that. I got whiskey. I haven't gotten to try it yet, but there's a big thing at Walmart of like different alcohols and stuff, and I was looking at them.
Is it like a
and
sampler?
There was one box I was looking at that was a whiskey box, but it had no whiskey in it. But it had these cool cups, and I was like, I like those cups. And it had whiskey stones, like I like those stones. And it had peanuts, and I said, I don't like those peanuts. So I didn't get it.
It was the peanuts. The peanuts is the only thing that was a drawback.
I couldn't get
and
it.
you could give it to someone else.
They were like whiskey peanuts, so I didn't
Oh
get it.
my gosh,
I didn't
Aaron.
get it. It also had some kind of like honey stuff that you pour like in the whiskey or something. I don't know what
Okay.
it was. So I was like, man, I kind of want to try whiskey. I don't feel like I've ever really found whiskey that I like.
I've got some whiskey over at my place you can try.
Well, like, I've tried Jack. I've tried like Crown Royal. And I feel like I've tried maybe a couple random ones here and there. I don't know. So I went and I bought like a small thing of whiskey. It was a Knob something.
Knob Creek.
Knob Creek.
Yeah, something like that. I was looking up like good whiskeys that were like under $50 because I didn't want to spend like a ton, especially if I didn't like it. So I got that. I haven't tried it yet, but I also when I was at Walmart got like rum and pineapple juice and different things. So I've been
cool.
drinking some stuff, and then DeBaba made like a what is it? It's like a Puerto Rican eggnog.
Coquitos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always give her a hard time. She's like describing.
Geez, Shane. It's a hell of a way to make a point.
Off camera, Shane just bumped a
What?
camera that he's bumped many times today.
I'm not gonna knock it over. That's what he said before. It was funny, but no, so I need to try the whiskey. I just don't know what whiskey I want to try if I don't like this one. You know what I mean? But
Well,
the
like
main
I
reason
said,
I want to like it because I really want to use whiskey stones.
yeah.
That's the main reason I want to like whiskey.
So
Like I said before, I've got a bunch of whiskeys at my place, and my dad has a bunch. So you can try, take little sips here and there, and see what you like, and then you can maybe, if
you know,
it's
how
something
people
you
go
like,
to,
you
like
can spend money
7s,
on it.
11s or whatever and mix like the ices
Yeah, the
together.
slushies, yeah.
Yeah, we should do that at a bar and like mix a bunch of different
Oh,
alcohols
no.
Well,
together.
mix all them whiskeys. Give
No, that is not a good idea.
That kind of thing I've heard is being called like what, a zombie, a suicide,
Yeah.
a what else is there? There's been like 3 or 4 names I've heard of like that style of like whatever.
I
it
saw
is.
what happened to Anthony.
Like people do that over at like they'll go to like a Wendy's, McDonald's, whatever, where they have like the pop soda thing and they're
Yeah.
just each one.
Yeah.
And there we go. I'm like, that's terrible. How's that gonna taste good?
Paradox in chat mentions Woodford Reserve, which is very good as well. That's
Oh, yeah.
another good one to try.
Woodford Reserve.
It's not too expensive.
Alrighty, but yeah, so that's one of my things. It just started because I was looking at Walmart, like their alcohol thing. They had strawberries and cream Baileys and stuff too, so I got that to try it. It's not too bad, like just ice, or you can like mix it with stuff and make like a you can make like a daiquiri, like a strawberry daiquiri with it, or you can make a there's something else with like coconut rum, that, and like ice. I forget what it was, but I made that and it was pretty good.
So I saw that they're rebooting Home Alone, and apparently Will Ferrell's attached to the project. I'm not sure if he's going to be like Marv or whatever.
What?
Huh?
Yeah.
Really?
Are you sure?
Yep.
Man, I don't know if I like that. I feel like they've tried to reboot it 3 times. That's why
Yeah.
there's 5 Home Alone movies. You know what I mean? They're
Well,
not.
I was looking this up. I guess one of them, like, is Kevin. Like,
Yeah. 4.
Yeah.
Well,
And,
yeah,
like, his parents
but
are divorced and shit.
but
But it's
not
a different
Kevin.
actor.
It's a different.
yeah, yeah. Parents are divorced. It buzzes in it and stuff.
I got a
like
5 Home Alone
sacrilege.
movie collection. 3 I actually kind of like, which I didn't think was too bad.
3's okay.
It's like a different kid. He's home alone because he has the chicken pox.
What I don't like
know.
though is like his mom's just at fucking work and shit.
Yeah, yeah,
She
but they
comes home at night.
yeah, but she does. But like no one.
stakes are lower.
So they just think this kid's calling shenanigans and not actually. There's no issue.
It's
you
like
know?
the boy cried wolf.
Yeah, that's what they think it is. So no one's believing him. So now he has to take it into his own hands, and he's got to save the old lady next door that he hates. But they actually end up liking each other, you know. But no, I don't know. 3's pretty good. I've watched the Kevin McAllister one is either 4 or 5. They're like in a mansion, right?
I didn't watch it. I looked
4.
up on Wikipedia and I went, "This is terrible."
No, they're like in a mansion or something, and like they're divorced and like.
Yeah,
It's I don't know. That one didn't hit me the same because like I didn't understand. It's like taking back the house or something. I forget.
I barely ever enjoy recasting. So
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, sometimes you have to.
Yeah, sometimes.
You know, Incredible Hulk,
Yeah.
it worked, but some other ones.
I love Edward Norton. So, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
Anyway,
just wish Red Brown was still Captain America. Personally.
so all we know about this new Home Alone is that it's going to be Will Ferrell
Will
involved.
Ferrell's attached to the project.
Damn it, he's not one of my favorite actors.
In fact, he's one of your least favorite
He,
actors.
he
But-
is. He's not quite my Tom Cruise as to Calvin, but
I'm not sure if Macaulay Culkin's going to be attached, but this has been like the year of Macaulay Culkin. Like he's been.
dude, I have
Yeah.
not seen him so much
I know.
than in the last like 3 weeks.
He's been at Red Letter Media. He's been at Angry Video Game Nerd.
Yeah.
He's done this Google Home commercial.
Yeah.
Which did we watch it last time?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
I think he's trying to.
Fool, Rick.
I think he's trying to plan a comeback. You know what I mean? Like
Maybe.
Well, that'd
get
be
out
cool.
there for the internet to see,
mean,
and then get back into something else.
I heard his Seth Rogen interview, and I'm pretty sure it was recent. He didn't sound like he was interested in acting. He was in like a Seth Green movie, I think.
Really.
Like if a friend of his has a project that they want him in and sounds kind of interesting to him, he says he does it, but he's not seeking work. He just like paints and stuff because he can still just live off the royalties of those movies, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Huh. Yeah, I watched like the 2 or 3 things that he was in for Angry Video Game Nerd. Like
How are
him.
those?
Well, it was pretty cool. The one I watched one all the way through right away. The other one I've been kind of watching because it's like his like renter. They have like a little skit and then they talk about a movie, and it was okay. But they did all the Home Alone games. The Angry Video Game Nerd and Macaulay Culkin.
yeah.
But like he came in, and he's like the pizza guy.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
They also had one of him playing through PageMaster,
Oh, that's cool. I didn't watch that one.
yeah.
which they barely got past the first
that
level.
movie's so
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude, I love the movie.
PageMaster? It's
Yeah.
great.
Dude, it's just so ridiculous because like he comes in and he's like wearing a pizza costume and it says Pizza Boy here, and at one point he goes, he's like looking at the box with Macaulay Culkin's face and he's looking at Macaulay Culkin. He's like, like staring, and he reaches over and goes, "Wait a minute," and rips off the pizza boy. It just the name tag says Pizza Boy, and under that is another name tag that says Macaulay. And it's like,
That's hilarious.
"You're that kid."
Macaulay is such a unique name, isn't it?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is.
He goes by Mac, I think.
Yeah,
he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, I can't think of any child, at least in our lifetime, that was like as famous. Because he wasn't just like, you know, he was like a celebrity.
Yeah.
And
Being that young, yeah.
Yeah, that
there's
young
like
and that
teen pop
famous.
stars and stuff.
because he was always in like the tabloids and stuff. Like, I felt like he was almost in them as much as like Michael Jackson and stuff for a long time.
They were
there.
buddies too.
Well, let's see. He would have been what, like 8 or 9?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think of someone around. There's probably like a TV show that had kids that would have been like that kind of status. Like
well, I
like
know,
Family
I know
Matters
that,
or
I know
something.
the Stranger Things kids are really famous.
yeah,
Yeah.
But I don't think they were as famous as him.
maybe not.
No.
Yeah, I mean, because
I
like,
don't think so.
see them everywhere.
Hmm.
I mean, there's just more movies and more everything now too. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's so many movies. Like I can't keep up with like
Mm-mm.
I don't have time to rewatch stuff anymore. Back in the day, you used to be like, oh man, I'm gonna watch this and this, and I'm gonna rewatch this because I love this movie. I don't have time to do that. I don't have
Yeah.
time to rewatch. I don't have time to watch.
Well, I mean, it's like Hulu, Netflix. They all have their own things now.
Yeah.
Netflix has dropped so much stuff.
The
Now.
Olsen twins.
Oh,
they were
yeah.
huge when
They
they
were
were little.
huge.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, they were
Yeah.
big. Yeah.
Well, they were huge when they were kids, and then they disappeared just like Macaulay Culkin did.
Well, no, when they were like teenagers and stuff, they had like a fashion line and perfume and all
They
that
have their own
shit.
little movies they make.
Well, I mean, their movies, yeah, I guess. I think it all turned when they like around the time they were hit like 17, 18, like it all took like a downward
And
spiral.
their other sisters
Yeah.
acting
Lindsay
too.
Lohan was big for a while then,
Yeah.
Yeah, she was pretty big.
but I was trying to think of, like the youngest too. Like the Olsen twins are probably the youngest ones then, because they
Elizabeth
were
Olsen is so good looking.
And like
Full House.
before us, but you had like Shirley Temple.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
Is
how
that
old
the-
she was.
Is that the
but-
Animal Cracker girl? Animal crackers in my soup, monkeys and rabbits loop the loop. That's all I know. I just remember that would play all the time, like on TV.
Yeah.
Like the same commercial for like the Shirley Temple album or movie collection or whatever it was.
You ever watch any of her old movies?
No, I've never seen any of her movies. I just know that one part of that one song. That's all I know. Like what else is she in? Wait, was she in?
Shirley Temple? I mean, she was in a bunch of
Shirley
movies.
Temple.
She was in a drink.
Who was in? Who was the girl who played Annie?
Annie.
Annie, like the first, not like the remake, but the first Annie.
Yeah.
Like Annie. You don't know Annie? Just Annie,
She's
Rick.
like an orphan, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's Shirley Temple.
Yeah.
Is it her? That's what I
Yeah.
was
Did she
asking.
play
Okay.
Heidi at one point?
Heidi.
Remember Heidi?
No.
Yeah, I think she did. That
Heidi's
sounds familiar.
good shit, man.
Is Heidi another show just like Annie? Like
Well,
it's just a.
I don't know.
Yeah, she played Polly. No, the other chick.
When you said Heidi, I thought of Home Improvement.
No.
I don't
No,
know.
that was the. Never mind. That was someone else. I think the girl from Meet the Parents, like the originals, which I grew up on. She played in Pollyanna, not Heidi. I don't know who played Heidi.
But
I tell you
it's,
what I love: Swiss Family Robinson.
yeah,
Those are, that's a
I think
fucking
I've
What about
seen it, but
what about Corey's brother when he was in Wonder
Fred
Years?
Savage?
Yeah, he was probably big back then, right?
He was pretty big back then, yeah.
Yeah.
And Chats mentioned Ron Howard.
Ron Howard.
Oh yeah. I guess
Yeah,
he was
Opie
pretty big.
Taylor
And he
from Andy
Happy
Griffith
had a
Days?
Show.
successful career as an adult.
Hmm?
Yeah.
The guy from Happy Days.
Yeah, and from Andy Griffith. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, was he the little kid Andy Griffith?
Yeah.
Really?
And
His name's Opie, but yeah.
I didn't know.
shoot, my favorite actor. What's his
Kurt
name?
Russell?
Kurt Russell.
Oh, I was gonna say Tommy Rousseau.
No,
What was Kurt Russell in when he was a kid?
he was he was like the Disney child for a while
The
there.
Disney child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? What's that mean?
Well, I mean, like
Like the kid that they cast in a lot of things before they asked
Yeah, he-
other people.
he
Like,
was
what was
supposed
he
to
in?
be like Walt Disney's final words, right? Was like Kurt Russell or something like that.
Really?
Jeez,
Yeah.
really?
Good lord.
That's a hell of a weight on your shoulders.
It's fine.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's final words, man.
What
does that-
about-
what does that mean?
Yeah, Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
She was big.
Yeah,
when
she
was little.
started really young too.
yeah.
I don't know.
Who was the Mary Jane in the first Spider-Man?
Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah, she was young in Interview with a Vampire.
Yeah, she was.
So she started pretty young.
But she wasn't like that.
Yeah, but she
famous.
wasn't like 8 or 9 though, right?
I don't remember.
She was 12.
Dakota
I
Fanning.
think.
She was. kind
Oh,
of.
War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
She's been a bunch of things, but she's kind of semi-successfully transitioned to being an adult actor.
Well, little Annie.
Who is he back on that again?
Huh?
He back on that again?
Little Annie. Haley Joel Osment. Not Annie.
Anakin.
Annie.
Oh. You mean Jake Lloyd?
Jake Lloyd.
Yeah.
Haley Joel Osment.
I wonder if fame is
That's what I
different
meant.
now with like.
No, Haley Joel Osment was Sixth Sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sixth Sense and
He was big when that movie came out because he plays a great,
Yeah.
great role. I mean, yeah.
that and AI.
AI, artificial intelligence. Yeah, with Jude Law.
Yeah, they were
Me
young.
and Gus saw in
He was
theaters.
really young. Yeah.
He was young in those movies.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was big though.
I don't know. He was like.
It's hard to measure.
He
big
definitely
now.
wasn't.
300
yeah.
pounds.
It's so hard to measure
Shut
like
the fuck up, Shane.
how popular or well known someone was. You know,
Yeah.
it's like taking like video game characters too, and like going, hey, do you know Mario? Hey, do you know this Fire Emblem guy?
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, no.
Yeah, like with wrestlers, everyone
Yeah.
is Hulk Hogan, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe like,
It's like-
John Cena, but they don't
Or
know
The
like
Rock.
the other ones. You know.
It's like you gotta. It's like the public consciousness. You get a feel for it.
Sure.
Being in the out there. you know?
Yeah, but it's hard to gauge too, because like the public out and about doesn't know things the same that like the internet knows either.
right.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
if I go to Walmart and ask people, but if I put a census up on like the internet, I'm gonna get different results. I feel rather than the
Oh,
same
yeah.
thing. You know.
Yeah.
Of course, Walmart. I'm gauging it at Walmart. That's a terrible.
Yeah.
That's a terrible place.
It's the only
To,
thing we have right
It's like
here.
scraping, like peeling the wood on the bottom of the barrel.
But I wonder, since like everyone has a camera now, if people like if a child star now could handle it better than like a child star in the 80s or the 90s.
I think now they handle worse from from the things I've seen. Kind of.
the issue I would see now, and it's just from doing YouTube and stuff, being a kid and being able to see what people think right now, I think would hit you harder.
Yeah.
'Cause it's hard to get used to the idea of like, here's 100 comments with like 5 really bad ones, but 95 good ones. But those 5 really bad ones are really dwelling on you. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I
Yeah.
think for a kid that would be harder than
yeah,
it would have
everything
been
goes
back
like-
then.
viral. If they do one bad thing, it's viral now, and That's,
It would be a lot worse to have a kid star on.
So I guess like
on
Justin Bieber
Celebrity
didn't
Reads Mean
do very
Tweets.
well with fame.
No, he didn't.
not
He-
really.
He went
I mean,
through a
he's-
time, but now I
he's
think
better
people
now.
like people
Yeah.
him now.
He,
Yeah,
he's
he
cleaned
went
up a
through some
lot
rough
now.
times. But no, I mean, imagine having, doing something that you don't plan to be on the internet, like the Star Wars kid.
Yeah,
and
sure.
how like that's been all over the place and it's like ruined his life.
That's true.
So like just having something like that. Like,
It's happened to us.
I don't plan on this being on the internet, and then it goes terrible, and then it's ruined this kid's life. He's trying to go to school or something, and he can't.
I guess
So-
like the biggest change I see, I guess, is comfort in front of the camera. Because again, with like wrestling, you go back and watch wrestling in the '80s, and they're like, zooming in on fans or whatever. And, like the fans don't know what to do, Yeah, or like they're shy or whatever. If they're interviewing them. And, like now, it's like almost everyone can be on camera and be okay.
It's like a
I feel
part of
like.
our lives now.
Yeah.
To have a camera phone, or something,
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, also like there's a lot more drive to be that person in the video. It's
Yeah,
like, I could be famous. I could be in a viral video. There's a lot more draw to it now. Where I feel like before people were a lot more nervous and unsure of themselves on camera.
Yeah, I
Than
think
they are now.
a lot of people they want to be famous or something. Yeah.
I think people always want to be famous,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, but they want to be famous for like the stuff they want to be famous for. They don't want to
Yeah.
be famous because they,
Suck the lightsaber fighting.
threw a dog at Christmas time.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
Choke slam.
You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. Like, damn, that's not what I want people to, that's not what it is. I want people to know me for this. So I don't know. I think it just depends on what gets out there, and even if you get out the stuff you want to get out, people will love and people will hate it the same, and it depends on how you dwell on that. And being a kid, you can easily dwell on the negative stuff a lot easier. Help adults
Sure.
do that,
Yeah.
well, it's stuff like particularly right now with the sort of super offended culture and things
Yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
you could say things as a kid or whatever that you're just joking around or whatever, but it'll stick with you for a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Unfortunately,
look at James Gunn's career. When he was younger and trying to be more edgy and stuff like that, he was saying those things, and it caught up with him.
Yeah, it comes back.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Being young now, trying to get into the limelight, like some of those YouTube channels and stuff like that will what is it? My kids watch like Hobby Kids TV and different things with like these kids that are like anywhere from 2 to like 12. Like, how does that affect them? Are they good with it? What kind of comments do they get?
It's
How's it
weird
going to
how
affect them when they grow up?
It's weird how they watch YouTube a lot more now than just TV.
Yeah, it is.
Bothers the hell out of me.
Leon just wants to, like, he's like, all right, I'm going to go upstairs. And I go upstairs. He's just chilling in his bed watching YouTube. I'm like, what are you doing?
Why are you watching fucking real shit?
Just watching YouTube. I'm like, okay. Like, I started talking about Starlink, and I was getting out of the box. Like, oh, Dad, watch this. And he just put it together. I'm like, that guy goes in there? How'd you know this? See, I saw it on a video. I'm like, quit watching this shit. You're getting smarter than me.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. He watched. At one point, we were actually here on Christmas. He was sitting on my computer station over there watching people play Smash Brothers, while me, Colson, and other people were playing Smash Brothers behind him.
Yeah.
And then Sam, Melanie's brother, walked over and goes, Leon, people are playing Smash Brothers right here. Why are you watching those people there? Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Well, it's weird. Like it's like something that could be like a spectator thing. Like Malachi, he watches it. He's watched. I know who was it? I can't remember. It's a fan of ours, and he watched The Last of Us. He watched me and Rick play, and he's never played it, but he watched another playthrough before us. And he just loves it. Oh, I'm a huge fan of it. I never owned it, but I've
Never played it,
I've never
but-
played it.
He's watched it.
But that's to him entertainment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I mean, there's all kind of entertainment and stuff out there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not trying to bash my kids for watching YouTube because that's where my job is. But
Yeah.
So
That's a very fair point
so
too.
is it good? No, it's just I don't know. It's just a different time. Like I guess I remember watching like TV and stuff, but now you can go on YouTube or Netflix or whatever and choose what you want to watch.
Yeah.
So there's like always something to watch
I mean,
rather than like, well, here's this.
I'm not going to say there hasn't been shit on TV, but like usually there's like, a minimum standard of like what's going to make it on TV, whereas anything can make it on YouTube.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
That's true. So I don't know.
usually I push Evie towards like PBS stuff and like, here's the Wild
More-
Kratts and like all this different stuff.
More like
Wild Kratts?
educational rather than
Yeah.
just.
Wildcrats? You ever
Yeah.
watch that? Yeah.
Well, it used to be.
Wild.
Yeah, they
Kratts,
used to be
wild.
Kratts.
The Krat Brothers.
Yeah. They used to have
Yeah.
a show when I was younger.
Yeah. Well, now they
I
have
used
like
to watch them all the time.
they have an animated show now.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
like half and half.
But it's. I remember watching when I was younger, and I watch them now. I mean, I got fucking older. Yeah.
I mean, so did
Did you
you.
watch? Did you watch Jeff Corwin?
Jeff
Yeah.
Corwin?
Going
Yeah.
Wild with Jeff Corwin.
Yeah, I watched
I
that.
remember my brother was like, "Why are you watching anyone go wild with Jeff Corwin, Shane?" I'm like, he's like, what does that mean? I'm like, it's an animal show. He's like, no, it's not.
Yeah, I remember that guy. He'd go and he'd find like animals at night or animals
Kratts
in the day
Creatures is
and
what it
stuff.
used to be called. That one show, by the way, Kratts Creatures. Yeah, like when I watched it.
Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter. I watched some of his stuff sometimes when I was
I
a
did.
kid.
Yeah, he's got his family. His son now is that family. They've kind of carried it on, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
His
Yeah.
son is doing a show, and his daughter is doing something as well.
That's cool. No, I don't know.
But like, going back to watching people play video games, like sometimes you can get a greater appreciation for it than if you played it yourself. Like if you're watching speedrunners or something, you can see like, stuff you wouldn't notice if you played it at like a low level.
Yeah.
Like you can really see the beauty and the design.
It'll put you in
or-
perspective.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I mean, I used to just watch Rick back when we were doing like browsing game stuff. We're like, we're gonna do a magazine, make a walkthrough of Metal Gear Solid 2. Here, Aaron, watch me play this game. He would record it on a VHS tape and then give me the tape, and I'd sit there and watch him playing it.
Yeah.
But it's not him here.
No.
It's just me watching the gameplay. There's
And,
no talking, no
No.
nothing. And I was like, okay, yeah, he goes that way. All right, Rick, watch out for that guy. He's coming. Oh, good, man. That's
Well, you
good
didn't
move.
even have like a PS2 at the time, right?
No, I
So,
didn't. I
yeah.
didn't have a PS2. Like,
And you couldn't go and watch someone on YouTube play it.
no, that's before YouTube.
Yeah,
I don't
that
know
was
how
way
old we were
before
then,
YouTube.
Like, so, I mean, it's not that. I mean, I've had entertainment by watching people play games before and stuff too. It just, I don't know. It's just much more prevalent. It's just very different than what it used to be.
And I imagine like younger siblings probably have it a little more because like Hannah watched me play a lot of games,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just because I was older
Because you
and
wouldn't share.
better at them.
Oh,
Well, I would go to my
whatever.
cousin's house. I'd watch them play games. I think Resident Evil. Pretty sure Resident Evil 1. Like I played / watched my cousin beat it before I ever went through it by myself. So same thing. Resident Evil 2. Actually, when that came out, I bought it. Actually, and I took it over to there, and they were playing it like fucking all the time. Like I want to play. It's my game. And they played through it, and I was like, we take turns, but I like have the controller a minority of the time because it's 4 people.
Yeah.
And that's how I beat Resident Evil 2 the first time, was with a bunch of people.
Yeah, I wonder like.
Damn it, Rick.
Sorry. I wonder where it'll go from here. If like it will be sort of a in Eclipse phase in RPG, like the biggest entertainment thing in that universe that takes place in the far future is like you can download other people's experiences.
Oh, so like someone else skydiving?
Exactly, yeah. And like you not only see it, but you like experience it as well, like as if you were doing it, kind of thing. And so like there's
Well, that's kind of like Total Recall, isn't it? Where you go on like vacation, like you download the memories or whatever of a vacation.
That
or whatever.
one was like setting to like a VR where like it seems like you're doing these actions really.
Yeah.
Where this sounds like it'd be more like watching a YouTube video, but in a perspective that it seems like you're really there.
Yeah, so like
So like you're not making any decisions, you're just watching it happen. It'd be like
Yeah,
riding a
exactly.
VR roller coaster. You can't control where you're going,
right.
but it seems like you're on a roller coaster, I guess.
Like when you go to the movie theaters.
Yeah. Like in Total Recall though, like you would be like trying to figure it out yourself, like a puzzle, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And creating the events yourself. Like I want to live a vacation as a spy.
Because like, you know, if you think of what we do as reactors, like people watch the show again for the first time vicariously through us. But if they could also feel the emotions we feel the first time you're watching it, it could really up the reaction game.
I guess so,
Yeah.
but I don't know if you can.
I think that's
I
why
don't
they
know.
do it. Is
That'd be hard to do.
so they can try to feel what they felt at first through us.
exactly. I mean, you have to wire it in the brain or something.
Yeah, I don't know how you would do that.
I
but
don't
yeah,
think we
get
have the
what you mean.
technology yet.
If
No,
there's one thing you
I
can
don't
go
think
back
so.
and wish you didn't know anything about, you go rewatch it. What would it be?
Rewatch something without knowing. I'm partly curious on what my views on Star Wars would be if I had no idea what Star Wars
If you
was.
didn't have the nostalgia.
Yeah, so I had no nostalgia. I didn't know what Star Wars was. I'm gonna watch it for the first time, you know, in the order that I can now do with all these movies out. So before I watched 4, 5, 6. Now I watch 1, 2, 3. Then I watch 7, 8, 9. You know,
Yeah.
like what order would I do, and how would I feel about them now? You know, it's later. They're older. As a kid, like you know, I just like, oh, this is cool. I love this.
Yeah.
And then growing up, I'm like, I love that movie. It was so good. I'm a kid.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I still love that movie. Is it because I was a kid and I have nostalgia for it, or is it because I mean, tons of people love that movie? You
Yeah,
know?
but people
Yeah.
discover the movies. People are still discovering the movies now for the first time. You know
True.
what I mean? So and they like it. So I mean, that's yeah. I think we'd probably like it.
True, but they also, you know, they came out with the new prequel trilogy, and they have the new trilogy and
The
stuff.
sequel trilogy.
So like, is it because of those that are catching new people and bringing new people into it? Now they want to see what the rest of it is because they're enjoying what they saw already, or is it something else?
I don't know. I mean, because I think definitely the newer stuff I look at pretty objectively. I think, and it's in some ways it's disconnected from the past in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So I feel like,
But-
like some of my friends who didn't like haven't seen any of the old stuff. Like when they watch some of the new stuff, they go, "Man, this is great. I need to go back and watch the old ones."
Yeah.
And when I watch it, I go, "This is pretty objectively pretty fucking good." You know what I mean? The way it builds tension. Because now we do this for a living. I feel like the way the films are being made are just high quality movies for the most
Well,
part.
see, that's what I'm saying. Like, if your first movie was episode 1, or your first movie was episode 4, or your first movie was episode 7,
Yeah.
I think all three are done in a good standpoint where you don't need to know anything prior, and you can go into those movies as a new kid or a new adult or whatever, being like, I'm gonna watch this movie. This is pretty cool. I want to see the other ones and see how this universe is built up. You know.
Yeah.
So
Like those three movies take you into it, assuming that you know nothing and tell you what you need to know. They don't assume that you already know everything about it.
Yeah.
But they treat it in a way that you can absorb it in an enjoyable
So,
way.
I don't know. I'm curious on what my thoughts would be watching it brand new. There's probably some other stuff I like.
I mean, I would love episode 5 to not know that.
Yeah.
Like that big reveal at the end.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't that be so cool?
Yeah, like I cannot remember me having a reaction to episode 5's ending. Like I
Yeah.
don't remember it, you know.
Yeah, because I just grew up knowing
Yeah,
it.
I don't know if I just grew up knowing it. If I just watched it, I was just kind of like, huh, I don't understand. You know, like
Yeah.
like just not comprehending it really as an adult or as a kid, being like,
yeah.
whoa, you know, like
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, oh man, get the bad guys, you know, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I definitely
not his hand.
I understood on a certain level, but like not having episodes 1 through 3 for the better part of my life, watching episodes 4, 5, and 6, like I didn't have that emotional attachment that I would have had seeing 1, 2, 3 before that reveal.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you shouldn't see 1, 2, and 3 before that reveal. You should see 4 and 5,
And then 1, 2, 3.
and then 1, 2, and 3, and then 6.
Yeah, but
There you go. No,
you see what I'm saying, though.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
having that character attachment.
See, I don't know. I don't think you need to have the attachment. But to me, I just don't remember my thoughts.
I
of
don't
what
remember
happened.
having.
Like,
I don't remember seeing it the first time.
Yeah, I don't remember it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I remember watching, and it wasn't even the first time. I remember having a laser tag gun sitting on my bed on the other side of it, shooting stormtroopers as they boarded the ship in the beginning of episode 4.
Yeah.
And like pew 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 pew, But
Yeah.
like, I remember that. But that's the only childhood memory I remember of Star Wars. That and my dad trying to tell me that Battlestar Galactica was the prequel, and that's what happened before episode 4.
How would he do that?
That would be funny.
I don't know. But I was like,
Mix some
yeah,
religions there.
yeah, this Battlestar Galactica, this is where it started, and then eventually it turns in that. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, the guy he started 4 because he's just some
Your dad
space in
seemed like to
between.
say something to shut you up. yeah, that's how it is, Aaron.
I'm like, oh wow, okay. So I was like, this giant dog somehow turns into Chewbacca or something. I guess I don't. I don't know. I don't know.
Have you seen Battlestar Galactica, like the original?
Only a little bit. I remember a giant dog with a kid, like a giant robotic dog or something. And the spaceships are very weird looking.
Yeah,
You know what I would like to go through again?
Vipers.
Lost.
Without knowing Lost.
Lost would be good.
or Breaking Bad. Lost is unbelievable.
Yeah, I can't say Breaking Bad yet because I don't know the whole story
Yeah.
of Breaking
Yeah.
Bad.
He hasn't
so-
seen it at all.
You've seen
but-
enough to know that it's crazy. You know what I mean?
I think all 3 of us have seen enough now to be like, it's really good.
It's
crazy
really
On
good.
the second
Yeah.
episode, I
It's
think.
really good.
Yeah.
I love that show, but yeah, Lost, like the mysteries and just like the music, dude, and just the characters, like going through that and just John Locke. I mean, just that stuff. You know what I mean? I would love, like, I think that Eric pretty much feels the same way. That'd be the one show besides Star Wars, maybe Episode 5. I wish I can go through again and
Like
the first
You
time.
know what I think would be good was also, if I did
Chuck.
not know at all, would be Chuck. Damn
Chuck.
it, I was gonna fucking say that.
He
No.
watched
took
your
it from me.
mouth
Oh,
move, and he was like, "Chuck."
I can't. He just. I was like,
No, Chuck. Like I think that Chuck, the first season of Heroes, was so good.
Yeah.
I'd love to not know what happened and actually enjoy that because like later seasons just didn't build up as well for me.
mhm.
I don't know. Those
Yeah,
are the ones
Chuck
for
will
me.
be great. That's like a love, like a love letter to fans because
Yeah.
like the show after like the second season was in danger of getting shut down and fan letters got to come back and then it got canceled and then basically they started this Subway. The fans started this campaign with Subway where they would buy subs because of the. I don't even understand it all, but they did it for
What?
2 seasons, kept the show going, even though like the ratings were low, but the fans were.
What?
Yeah,
I didn't realize all that.
yeah, like the show got canceled
Man,
and
that
almost
sucks.
got
Like
canceled.
they bought special sandwiches that would
Yeah,
give
Subway
money to
became
the
a
show.
sponsor. So when you watch it later on, you see all the Subway shit in it.
Huh.
Like there's 2 guys.
Huh.
What are those 2 guys? Like these guys who work at the Best Buy, the crazy ass motherfuckers.
It's not the Best Buy. It's the Buy
the Buy More.
More.
The
The
Buy
Buy
More.
More.
Yeah, they go, man, this sub is real good. Look at the camera. You get that? Yeah, dude.
Well, no, I didn't
That's
know.
hilarious.
Yeah, because I was like, man, that's real strong. You know, I
They,
looked
said,
at
well, they should have used a Subway instead of a Wienerlicious.
Yeah,
well,
they
that
should
was
have.
season 2, or I think, or that was season 1, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
I
I
can't,
think
yeah,
it was
but
season
it
1.
Yeah, it was later on that the show was in danger of. It was always on the bubble of getting canceled, even though like reviewers loved the show and obviously the fans.
Just no one
adored-
was watching it.
Yeah, not enough people were
Dude-
watching. It's on NBC. That's why.
Yeah,
It's
dude, NBC doesn't do very well for ratings typically. I don't feel
not for like those kind of shows.
Well, and then also the other thing I don't like about NBC is like the people who do love the shows and like Heroes, for example. We were trying, Heroes. Every NBC show we've ever tried always has issues with like letting us do a reaction for it. This Is Us is the same way. I think
Yeah.
This Is Us is a great show.
Yeah, it's good.
But
Yeah.
like, the girls are trying to do it and like they wanted to try to like they want to watch it, talk about it, promote it because they love the show.
Mm-hmm.
And then like NBC's like, no. They're like, all right, well, let's go to our website, I guess. Which was cool because then one of the actors who is in the show like had a little filming of like laughing at like the girls crying about his like during his performance.
Yeah.
Which meant that in order for him to see that reaction, he had to have gone to our website.
That's awesome.
That guy
Yeah.
went to our website to watch this reaction.
crazy to think
Like,
about.
good.
Because we're just some assholes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're
he's
just-
like a fucking actor.
Yeah, so
You know
that was
what I
kind of
mean?
cool.
But like,
See, for me, it's a little different.
Yeah.
Like, I always
Name your list of animes, Rick.
prefer the second viewing more than the first. Always.
well, it depends
Really?
what it is.
Yeah.
Depends.
My Hero.
I haven't. Well, yeah. Well, it's a little different because, like with My Hero, like I've watched a little bit, but I'm watching the sub version, which is kind of a different experience, So it's,
having the
Yeah.
original voice actors
But
and
like-
stuff.
Having to read.
I don't know. I like being
you
able
understand
just
it
hates
better.
to
reading.
examine something
Yeah,
a little more.
I get that, but I don't enjoy my personally like experiencing it the first time. I think trumps examining it and just looking at the deeper themes. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
the
I mean,
only
there's
thing
the-
I can think of that I wish I could watch with fresh eyes for the first time is Attitude Era Wrestling.
I was waiting for you to say Berserk.
No.
I was waiting for you
No,
to say
Berserk.
Black
Like watch it
Sails.
without watching the first episode. You start from
Yeah.
the second episode like you should have and watch through.
No, I did because Zach warned me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's
I
weird
don't
about
know.
Star Wars?
I wish we
is
could we could have like some way to prove that we had all wiped our memory and do Black Sails reactions again.
You know, if that was
It
a
was
thing,
so good.
If that was a thing though, to be able to like wipe your memory and like re-experience something.
like in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah, reactions may not be that big of a thing because like
Yeah.
They wouldn't.
anybody like I'm just gonna wipe it. I don't need to watch someone else.
I don't need to vicariously
Yeah, I don't need
experience
to
it
try to-
again. I can just do it again myself.
Yeah, I don't want someone else to see. I want to see me. I'll just do that. And then you record
Do
yourself.
that.
I mean, like with Berserk and a lot of the other things that I really enjoy, like if you give it a while and you're at a different place in your life, like you
It
can
means
have a
more.
different reaction to it. You know?
Yeah, I agree. Like,
mean
when
you
become
forgot,
a,
Rick?
When you get married or when
No.
you become a parent,
Yeah.
things like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like for
I get
me,
that.
I identified a lot with the prequel trilogy, with like his relationship with Padme, just like what he did for someone he loved and what he was trying to do for his family. I remember thinking like being this angsty teenager who always played Final Fantasy VIII. You know what I mean? Like some things I did in my relationships when I was young to keep them going way past their expiration date.
Or I find just like your emotional state. Like
Yeah.
if you're really like depressed or sad or whatever, and I'm watching Berserk, like it feels different.
Then when you're happy, well, it's up when you're
Like-
older, your testosterone lowers, and you have kids, your testosterone lowers even more.
I
So
used-
things that make me cry now definitely didn't make me cry when I was young.
I used to be happy and excited at the end of Homeward Bound. Now I'm sad and crying at the end of Homeward Bound, like that kind
Yeah.
of thing. Like now I'm an adult. I'm thinking about my kids. My kid got the puppy back, and he's so happy, and I'm crying.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing. Like it just experiencing it. I understand experiencing it differently, but some things like Lost has a lot of mystery to it, and to be able to rewatch it, like having that mystery again and being like, oh man, what could that mean? And like trying to figure it out and stuff.
Like
Yeah.
Attack on Titan.
Well, it's
Yeah,
weird.
like
Like,
that,
doing
you know?
Lost with
Like-
you guys would be amazing now. You know what I mean?
With us, yeah, I've already been it.
Well, I know.
Oh, you were staring at me though. Look at him.
Well, us. Doing it like the way we do shows, it would be perfect for Lost.
Yeah. Well, I remember Lost. I just binge watched it.
Yeah,
Like,
I did too up until season, I think 4,
yeah.
and then 5 and 6 I watched like
Live.
the way live with everyone else. It sucked.
But it would have been great to have like a group to sit and like you're discussing each episode and like
Well, 'cause
what
there's
could
so
this
much-
mean and what like we do with Westworld.
Exactly.
The first season of Westworld that would have been a great one to be able to
Yeah.
rewatch again.
Or Attack on
Yeah.
Titan.
Rick,
Yeah, the way we do Attack on Titan, like I guess the way like he's saying like Lost, like that, it's that same level of mystery. I think I said it during Attack on Titan
Yeah.
reaction. So and like honestly for me, I love the mystery, but it comes second to the characters. The characters in Lost and the music are so fucking good. Yeah, I mean like the relationships, like I love. And sometimes I don't like those kind of like those boy girl will she won't she, but Lost makes it good. You know what I mean? Like fucking Lost. We need to react to Lost, damn it.
yeah, maybe one day. I want to do Battlestar Galactica.
I wouldn't
Battlestar
mind
might be cool.
That's like one of my top ones I want to do.
That's been on my list for a while to watch.
It's got some. It's
It's on
got
my
some
list as
cool
well
themes.
because I like the board game.
That's it.
That's
the board
it.
game's good. Gotta watch the show.
Gotta watch the show.
Well, I remember seeing a girl in a red dress on like a DVD cover. Oh man, I need to watch this sometime.
Yeah.
And then like I was watching The Office and fucking Dwight Schrute loves Battlestar Galactica. I'm like, I need to watch that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I didn't
someone-
watch The Office.
It's terrible. Someone
The
you
Office,
do.
You gotta watch The Office.
You have to.
The
watch
Office
The
is probably never going to be a thing that you can really react to, but it's a great show to watch.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
The worst
you,
thing
you
is
know
that-
how I feel about Seinfeld.
Sure.
Well, I think Seinfeld's better, but The Office, nothing comes closer to me than The Office. in
I've
terms
tried
of,
The
like,
Office a couple times and I just can't get into
The
it.
first season is
The thing that held me
definitely
back-
hit or
It's a
miss.
bit shaky.
The thing that held me back was the boss. I had issues with the boss of the show.
Michael?
Yeah.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it's worth like watching through though.
Yeah, just keep going. Like,
So, but the
like
thing, I don't know, the thing with The Office, for me was I was just like, I hate this boss. He's such a
He's just such
jerk
an-
and so cringy and what the
Yeah.
hell.
Oh, he's
but I
definitely
like
cringy. I'm not gonna say that doesn't change, but
Yeah.
you actually he becomes a sweet kind of like
it works.
yeah.
It does
Yeah.
well.
Well, honestly,
Did-
like, I know the first
you-
season was trying to emulate the UK show a little bit in terms of like what it was trying to do, and then it became its own thing in season 2, and it just gets better and better.
The one thing too that you should do is watch it before. I got spoiled, I guess, on a lot of the great moments of it, like the best moments of The Office kind of
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
And I've seen like, man, these are great. I wonder what else there is.
And
Like,
all the
oh, well, those were
pranks.
the best ones.
Yeah.
So like now I'm seeing like the worst ones.
Yeah.
Well,
They're
just
still
some
pretty
of the
good.
pranks.
No, yeah, that's what I mean.
The
Like
pranks.
Yeah.
Like, you might.
I would see some of the best stuff between like Jim and stuff. You know what?
Jim is so funny,
Yeah,
and like
so,
his
yeah.
relationship with Pam is great. You know what I mean?
So it's a great show. It's definitely one that's good to watch.
fucking Mose.
Mose?
Mose is so
Mose.
fucking funny. He's like the Calvin of the show.
But it was the
Chasing
same
down
kind of way
Khan.
with Star Trek Next Generation for me. Like, it took me almost a year to get through the first season. But, like, once I got past that hump, like, the rest of it, like, I got through, like, 3 seasons in a month.
I actually stopped watching. I can't remember why. And I love the show. I just started watching something else. I kind of needed a break from that type of genre for a while. I want to get back into it. But the first season, I remember you telling me I guess it's the first season. I actually enjoyed it. I didn't, because I watched it with my brother when I was little, so I remembered some of the stuff, and I forgot how great it got. You know what I mean? So in relation to everything else, the first season isn't that good, but I still think it's very good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Another one was Parks and Rec. It was pretty good. I don't know if you've seen that. I enjoyed it.
Parks and Rec is pretty good.
I watched.
I've heard it
Maggie
was good.
loves that show, so I've seen a few episodes here and there.
Yeah.
It was another one I just.
I don't know. I love Chris Pratt in it. There's one where like this woman's trying to figure out what's wrong with her, and she's like, "Hey, I Google searched your ailments. It says you could have Connect network cable."
Yeah.
Network connectivity issues.
Yeah, network connectivity issues. You know, he's like,
Yeah.
you could be having this.
He's typing all the symptoms into
Yeah,
WebMD.
yeah, but it's like not connected. So like, there's some moments like that are like just made it for me. But I liked it because of Chris Pratt and because of
His girlfriend.
mustache.
Oh, Ron Swanson.
Ron Swanson.
Ron
Yeah.
He was great. I love him.
I don't know, if you want a show that's has really great writing and story and characters and stuff like that, you should also try Arrested Development.
Arrested
I tried that
Development.
too.
It has.
How much
You
you
just-
watch?
I got 4 episodes in.
Oh,
dude.
dude,
It's
so
like
good.
I can't do it.
That one's probably my favorite.
If
Out
you
of
don't
the-
like
out of
that,
those-
then you don't like good
Out
TV.
of those 3, that's probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Like that
Arrested
one,
Development is
the-
amazing.
The thing with that one is it does such a good job of like bringing everything back around
Yes.
all the time.
Yeah.
You know
There's
what I mean?
no
Like,
loose ends on that
Kind
show.
of like Seinfeld, it does that. It has its inside jokes. The show is aware of its inside jokes, and then later on, last couple seasons, like it's aware of the fans being aware of the inside jokes.
See, I think that's my biggest problem is I'll get a few episodes into them and I'm like, this is okay, but I could just be watching Seinfeld. And then I just watch all of Seinfeld again.
Well, Rick, you're not experiencing new stuff, the new
Seinfeld's great.
jokes and the funny.
And I'm a little biased, but I think it's number one. But I would say especially if you're gonna maybe try to write or understand comedy, Seinfeld, The Office, and Arrested Development.
The rest of Element's great.
Yeah.
I did like Community though. I did make it all the way through.
Community
I heard that was
is
pretty
really
good.
cool.
I haven't seen that. I've been trying to find a new comedy show that I can watch.
You should check out
Community's
Community
good.
then.
It's got
Aaron, you need
one rough
you need,
season,
You need
but
a,
the rest
It's
of
got a
it's
rough
you need to watch
season,
Seinfeld,
yeah.
Rick. I mean, Aaron.
I don't know.
Oh, Seinfeld. Yeah,
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
the best.
That's
Where am I
such an
gonna- where do I
investment,
watch it
though.
at?
Huh?
Where do I watch it at?
Hulu.
Is it on Hulu?
Is it
Yes.
still on Hulu?
It's very much, yes.
I don't know.
You can borrow my DVDs. I have all of them.
Yeah. It's great.
If you want a really great comedy show, you should also check out Monty Python's Flying Circus.
Oh yeah.
What I really
Yes.
want, what I would
the
really
original
like,
sketch show.
King of the Hill, I love, I have to say.
you know, speaking of shows that also like as you get older change when you watch them, Boy Meets World. I want a Boy Meets World show because I loved the comedy and stuff it had in that,
Yeah.
but then also it hits you with some really good like sad moments and deep feel moments and stuff like that. Like I would love a show like that.
I do love.
And like watching it now, like these kids doing this or something's happening with a parent or whatever, and like I'm crying more like with Sean and his dad and stuff like
Yeah.
that. There's some moments there that I'm crying now that I wasn't crying back then, you
Like-
know?
That scene with Prince of Bel Air and his dad.
Yeah.
Oh man, that one really gets me now.
Oh, yeah,
that
now
one really
that
gets
gets
me.
me good, dude.
It's like,
damn.
oh,
Damn,
Yeah.
that gets me good.
Why don't he want me, man? Oh,
Yeah.
Say that every time. Every time that's brought up, you always say that one line.
Yeah.
Be
No,
better-
that's and honestly, Fresh Prince, which also my favorite shows of all time, it really influenced my personality. Being that like
Really?
that hip, cool kind of
yeah.
like always
You
joke
know,
about
growing
fat-
up as a young black man.
West Philadelphia.
well, just like for one thing, like Will's personality, like I was always trying to emulate that.
That's why he kept getting in fights in school. He kept trying to get sent to the rich family.
He did. It never worked.
I went to private school. I was always trying to change my style to make it a little unique, and I was always making fun of fat people, like in the same kind of way that he does. You know what I mean? Well, Vivian and I weigh the same as I did in high school. If you add up all 4 years, just you know what I mean, like that
Yeah.
kind of quick kind of humor. you know?
Quick-wittedness.
Yeah, I was always trying to kind of emulate that.
I just thought of.
Like I was always trying to be like really good at basketball. You know.
Do you remember the one episode whenever I don't know, she got mad I didn't recognize what she was wearing or something one day, and like he's like making a sandwich, and then you realize he's holding Saran wrap, and before that she's been like, I was wearing nothing but Saran wrap, and he walked right by me, And then he's like, oh, Vivian! He's running from the kitchen carrying the saran wrap. Do you remember that part?
I don't remember.
I don't know why.
remember
But
that.
that's one joke that stuck with me whenever I was watching. Where like she stipulates earlier that like he won't recognize her or talk to her at all, even when she's wearing nothing but saran wrap one night. And then like at the end of the episode, he's like talking about how she just won't talk to him and stuff. And he's like wrapping his sandwich with saran wrap. Then he goes, huh? He puts it up to his skin. He goes, he starts running at her like, ah!
Well, just like him and Carlton are just so funny, dude. Like Carlton, like the way he makes fun of Carlton for being a short, and just it's so fucking funny. And just like when Uncle the Uncle Phil humor.
Yeah.
And like Uncle Phil, like
Break
it's not
out
just
Lucille.
yeah. It's not just Will making fun of him. Like the show talks. Remember he's talking about those mashed potatoes with tiny little onions like floating in the gravy. Like he is also that character who's fat and loves food. You know what I mean?
Well, and I love the butler sass.
Oh
yeah, he's so funny. Like
He's great.
You know, it's like what is it like Christmas and like the doorbell rings and everyone's looking at him. I'll get it. You know? Like it's like he hates his job. He's so funny, man. Yeah, the butler, just everything about that show, dude. It's so
That's a
great.
good. I don't know
And
if I've
think about
seen
that. Like,
every
that was
episode.
like
That was good.
the 1990s all black cast. I know it's not the first one to do it, obviously, because we have Family Matters and stuff. But
Have you seen Home Improvement?
I
Yeah.
love Home Improvement.
Because
That's
I did mention Heidi earlier. This
it's got some
Yeah.
emotional moments
yeah,
as
Home
well.
Improvement is also
I don't.
fucking great.
I don't remember it. Like I didn't watch that one.
Wilson living on the other side of the fence. You don't see his face.
Yeah.
To the finale.
You see in the finale?
Yeah, you
Jeez,
just
I
see
didn't
it.
watch
Yeah.
that show religiously. I just watched it whenever it happened to be
Yeah,
on.
it's on Hulu
So-
now. Also.
Really?
I
would
think it
just
was one of the
catch-
first things that I like showed Maggie for
Yeah.
whatever reason was like Home Improvement.
Yeah. I remember her talking about it.
Fun. It's just you can just watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
I've,
fun.
I've watched Tim Allen's new show.
Yeah, I know you
Last
did.
Man Standing.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
I watched
They make
the one that
nonce-
got canceled a little bit.
Last Man
Last Man Standing.
Yeah, they brought
Oh.
it back.
They
though.
brought it back
Oh,
on
they brought it
another
back?
network,
Oh.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it
So,
was,
it-
yeah, it was
it
getting
was-
flack for being conservative. Like these characters are conservative. So like,
I
we
watched
don't
like
want
the
this
first
show.
season. I really
Yeah.
liked
People
it.
love
but-
it.
Well,
It's
the thing
like-
I was looking at is like they had a time when they like bowed their heads and like prayed before
Yeah.
dinner, and that caused flack for some reason. And it's like, what?
course, of
Just
course.
let this family on TV pray, whatever.
Yeah.
If you don't
It's
like
like,
it, then don't
they're
watch
not making
it.
you
Not
do
being
it.
conservative.
So then they canceled it.
Taking all women.
But then I think the whole Roseanne thing happened, and
Yeah.
like some other network brought it back.
It reinforced. Yeah.
So they're like, let's bring back these praying families instead of Roseanne comparing people to.
Now,
Yeah.
did any of the Christmases that you went to like do grace or anything?
We did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had Leon say it.
Did you like Hook?
Huh?
Did you like Hook?
No.
Grace.
No, we didn't. I mean, Melanie and stuff, like, you know, they go to church and do all that. I typically don't. So I was like, hey, do we want to say grace or anything? Leon, do you want to say grace? And he's like, okay. So he like stood inside and,
But like you still like bow your head and stuff, right?
well, I stand there quietly.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, I kind of look around at everybody.
It's like, you know, even if it's not your thing, you're still like respectful.
Yeah.
And, like respect other people that, you know,
Yeah.
it might not
Yeah,
be my
like,
jam.
like I
it's
gotta
their jam.
Like
I'm not gonna be like while they're bowing and saying the prayer, I'm like, woo, you know.
oh, yeah.
Cutting a Ric Flair promo.
Yeah.
Over the corner.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna let them do what they
Fucking
want to do.
atheism and Reddit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
like, for
I'll
instance-
poke at Melanie different times and things
Yeah.
happen.
Like Stephanie, who visited us, is a Muslim, okay, and we prayed, and she bowed her head and whatever. Yeah, I mean, I know she, you know, like she doesn't have the same beliefs as us. But she's fucking respectful. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, like
so I
don't know.
can't stand the fucking people
We've
who.
had jabs back and forth. And Melanie's mom, whenever we were looking to find a place to get married, she asked Melanie, like, "Can Aaron walk into a church?" You know, like there's been things like that. So, but
yeah.
but
I
no,
mean,
usually
you identify more as like you're not an atheist. You
No.
identify more as
I don't know.
you
Just,
don't like to identify
agnostic.
yourself.
I don't really have an identity. Yeah, I'm just
Well,
kind
it's
of like.
because like even like it's like the atheism now. Like Neil deGrasse Tyson said this. Like he says, I probably would be an atheist, but he's more agnostic. The reason why he does say he's an atheist is because he doesn't like the atheism movement
Sure.
of people who get together in little chat rooms and convert other people to atheism. He says he hates that. He just loves science. So he doesn't really talk about religion. He said there might be a God, but there doesn't need to be for the stuff that I study.
Yeah.
So like, you know, he just isn't into the whole atheism movement. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
a lot of my friends are agnostic and or they don't care. They just
Yeah.
say I don't care.
I don't know.
Like there
I-
might be something.
Yeah, it's
But,
like
like,
there's a
they don't let
difference
it define
between
them. Like-
being like not believing anything and being anti what other people believe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
You know?
radically
Yeah.
like it's just same thing.
They're
for
trying to
people who have-
disprove everything that you believe rather
yeah,
than just
because
believing
when I
what
went
they
to college,
believe.
that's all my professors did. Like Miss Wolf Krauser, you know what I'm saying? That's all she did. But it reinforced my religious views actually. It made me want to study more. So like, I guess like you know when I was a young Christian, like I was always like looking up, watching these debates, and like my atheist friend who just didn't, honestly, he didn't care, but I would always make him feel like shit.
Yeah.
Because I'd try to disprove his worldview.
Well,
I realize now, like, it's better just to be friends with someone and, you know, and then they'll go, hey, you know what? Shane's a pretty cool guy. What does he believe and why? And that's a better way to do it than fucking trying to force your fucking views on people. You know what I mean?
I went with some stuff with you and Eric and
Yeah.
what was his name?
Adam Satterfield.
Adam, yeah.
Yeah, and he's a cool dude. You know what I mean? Like he was a youth pastor and like one reason why I was attracted to him is just like his life story. Like he had the youngest scoring GED in the state of Ohio, and he quit, you know, and then he got married when he was 17. Everyone was against it, and he also broke the bench pressing record for his height, weight, and age in the state of Ohio. And he was in the military. He had all these cool feats, and he was this handyman, and he was like this God-fearing man. And I just, you know, and just he was smart too. He wasn't like one of those damn Christians who are just they don't know a damn thing about nothing. This guy was smart as shit. You know what I mean? And his
I remember going to Bible study.
Yeah.
With you and him.
Yeah.
And like you were playing foosball or something or whatever.
Yeah.
Like Shane got so angry, and for some reason I thought like, you know, I bet God is a lot like Shane Furley. And like most of the time he's pretty chill, but there's sometimes he just smites motherfuckers. Because if Shane could have smited him, he would have.
Yeah. Well, this guy, he was good. I mean, he was good at a lot of things too. So you know, and probably being younger too, I was like, man, that's cool. What's, you know, because I went to Catholic school. I always kind of believed in God, but I just kind of did what the hell I wanted to do, and you know, and fucked people over or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, so like I became more serious about what I believe kind of during that era of my life. And I've kind of toned down like my you know, I'm actually more like him now. You know what I mean? Because I was always kind of, back then I was like really
chaotic.
Well, you know, I think like I talked the talk, but I actually didn't really walk the walk. You know what I mean? I believed, you know, but I would have these debates with people, and I would try to like be one of those crazy. I was probably more like a hateful person, honestly, back then. And I didn't. And then when I was on my own,
Your controllers can speak to that.
well, I mean, like, you know what I'm saying. But now I'm a lot more like him now, maybe because I'm older, but you know, I just try to, I'll hang out with all kinds of people. I don't really care what they believe, and I will try to respect anyone despite what they believe. And I get really annoyed when, you know, when I'm not afforded the same kind of respect. You know what I mean? But being in college, it was hard for me, being like someone who believed in something, and my professors would like stand me up in class. You know what I mean? And talk to me. And I'm like, Jesus, man, you know, this is terrible. You know, I remember thinking, this is really bad.
This is like
It's almost like
Christians
persecution.
persecuted in
movie.
Rome.
It's like, you know, that dumbass movie, and it's like, it's okay, but it's about like, the guy who plays Hercules is in it. He's this professor.
Kevin Sorbo.
Yeah, he's in it, and like, it's about basically.
I think I've heard of this.
It's easy to make fun of because of the acting, but it's about basically someone who like they're in college or police are getting attacked, and it's more of an intellectual thing. But honestly, a lot of it is apologetics 101. So it's impressive if you don't know anything about that shit. But I'm way past that in terms of like apologetics personally. But like that it was like that. It was literally like that. Like,
Yeah.
It was that cheesy. I always felt like, man, these fucking people are crazy. You know what I mean? I thought we lived in an age where back then, this is 10 years ago, but it was semi-tolerant.
Yeah.
And now we live in an age of tolerance, but it's the most intolerant age ever.
Yeah.
So it's just.
See, I used to do, you know, I went to Sunday school and church and all that stuff up until like, I don't know, it was like probably seventh grade, 8th grade, something like that.
Yeah.
I used to go to a Bible study. And then during the Bible study and stuff, they talked about things that would send you to hell. And one was suicide.
Yeah.
And with having my brother commit suicide, I was like, I preferred not to believe that he just went straight to hell.
Yeah.
So then I just kind of stepped away from it all. And
Yeah.
just
Well, whoever told you that? Like,
I decided not to believe in any of it if that's what it was going to be like. So I was like, I don't want any of this. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's
Yeah.
kind of like, I guess from then on, I was just kind of like, I'd rather just believe that if you're good, you go to a good place or something. If you're
Yeah.
bad, you go to a bad place. Then.
Yeah.
But it's not really like a strict, like, I believe it's God or I believe it's.
Yeah. If they
Yeah.
told you that, they're wrong because that's actually not in the Bible.
I mean, the Middle Ages, like you committed suicide, they'll cut your head off. They buried you in a marked grave at a crossroads.
Yeah, and you weren't
Yeah.
afforded. Yeah, so
Yeah.
like the Catholics had a big influence on like controlling the like how people interpreted scripture, right?
Yeah.
So like that leaked into other religions, like, you know what I'm saying. So, but like it's not really evidence for it. You know what I mean? In fact, with it's weird because there's the past 20 years is an evangelical movement that's all about like love and happiness and like crying and speaking in tongues. That's Joy's church. They're all about like real like.
I've been to some of those churches. It's fun
Cause I grew up
times.
Catholic. I remember going there to my buddy Zach, who's a big Catholic, and like we went there, and he looked at me, he'd be like, Because he's all about like fucking kneeling and like keep bowing your head, and it's like the judgment of God, baby. You go to hell if you don't do this. but like, and then she came from like the doctrine of like, you know, if you believe and you love everybody and you're good forever and you'll always be forgiven no matter what. So it's really about redemption more. You know so now I'm like, I'm not really, I don't consider myself Catholic. I'm more of a Protestant. So I'm like, you know, I believe in both, but it just, you know, it's weird that evangelical movement is so, you know, if you can do anything wrong, but as long as you believe, you know, and love God and, you know, ask for forgiveness, you're okay. I'm thinking, well, shit, you need to fear, baby.
Yeah. See, some of
I
that,
grew up fearing.
Some of that felt weird to me too. I remember like wait, so if I just, you know, I went to a Catholic church a while with a girlfriend and stuff, and I was like, so as long as they just say Hail Marys and hold that necklace, like they'll be forgiven in whatever they did.
Well, the idea is back then, like, well, not back then, even now, like the idea is like the priest will intercede for you. Mm-hmm. So like if you confess your sins to him and you well, it talks about because God he can see in the heart of everyone, so he's going to judge, like Lord ponders the heart, and you'll be judged on that most of all. So if you really feel sorry for the things you've done, and then you confess, and he'll give you like a penance of things you can do, which is like, they're called works, right? You can be, you know, you do these things and you can be forgiven. Like, I don't believe you need a priest to intercede. I believe that we have this communion with God and we can just talk to him. You know what I'm saying? So like,
so it works like the clerics in DCC,
yeah.
Whereas if you roll disapproval, and Eric had to sing Hakuna Matata for 5 minutes in order to get back
Yeah.
in the graces.
Yeah. but the idea is you can't just do this terrible thing and then not feel remorse and then, well, I'll just say these fucking prayers, nigga. I mean, I'm sorry. I wasn't my bad. I'll just say these prayers, dude, and I'll be good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when I was like young, like I kind of thought that. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, okay, well, I'll just go to church. I'll be forgiven.
Yeah.
Right. But now you gotta try to live the life and you gotta mean it.
Yeah.
And that's the hardest thing for me is because I just don't feel remorse for a lot of things. You know, I mean, I wish I did, but like I try to. So I think the first step is always like the action is taking, you know, it's like, I think relationships, it's all about taking the step to like actions speak louder than words. Like I don't fucking feel like doing this shit for my wife. I know she loves it, so I'm going to do it. And then when I do it, she makes her happy. And then there's like this circular kind of loving being put through the relationship where she reciprocates something to me. So like I always feel like the same thing with my faith. Like I'll put forth the action to do something that I don't feel like that I don't necessarily feel right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like there's that.
And so you guys have perspective. We live in like the Bible Belt in America. So there's like a church on every block.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there
Like-
are.
There's almost as many churches in Marietta as houses.
Yeah. But when I was a kid, I guess I was a little older, but my family's had some land, like some empty fields. And
Oh.
there were, for like a summer, like every Sunday or whatever, this church group would come and set like a giant tent up. And it was like a Black Baptist preacher.
Yeah.
And like, that's always the show.
Well, yeah. Well, it's weird because like I and maybe, you know, and sometimes when I've seen like the tents for Baptist thing, like they definitely like the pastor, like he really puts on like a show kind of.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I mean, he's up there cutting wrestler promos, basically.
Yeah.
It's,
Well, you know,
it's like
But for God,
it's like
it's great.
Blues Brothers, right? Have you seen Blues Brothers?
Yeah.
When they go into
Yeah.
one of those tents and they're like doing the
Exactly,
backflips
yeah.
and jumping around and
well,
stuff.
it's like, you know, like I grew up like
Jesus.
Adam, like for instance, like. And you know, you could believe whatever you want to believe, but one thing that like, and I've kind of taken onto this is he said like, he's not a fan of that because like he feels like they're dimming the lights, they're putting on the music, they're being loud and charismatic, to try to kind of elicit this emotion out of people. And he said he felt like it was kind of inauthentic. Like you're making these like teenagers who go to like certain churches, they put them on the ground and they're dimming these lights and they say, you know, and they make it like an emotional thing. He said you need to have a connection with God that's authentic by reading this and then trying to live the life. And it's not always going to be like this emotion that makes you cry.
Yeah.
Because like you can go to a rock concert and do the same damn thing. You know what I'm saying? You can go to like, any religion and kind of like they tap into that part of the brain, and it's like a virus what it does to your brain. It's like a language virus that dulls critical thinking, and that's because of like the emotional preaching. You know, this is what and that's what I've read. And that's how I kind of feel. Like Joy's church, I felt was kind of like that. But I know Catholics, they were just hardcore. That's why I like Baptists, like, because I feel like it was like a good combination of preaching, and then you actually read the Bible and say, what does this mean? And like, how do we apply it to our lives? And is it different now than it was then? What's cultural and what's what's cultural for back then and what's something that like, well, it doesn't
Universal.
matter. What's universal? Like, I like scriptural, scholarly stuff. Like, I don't like, all right, guys, close your Bibles, bow your head, and we're going to feel some stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
maybe it's because I'm not in touch with my emotions, but.
I remember being surprised going to like Calvin's family's church for the first time because they didn't have any music along with the singing.
Yeah.
For the same reason where like they didn't want the music to bring out the emotions.
To create an emotion
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Which is different,
Yeah.
than what I was used to.
Yeah, but like it's weird because Joy said like, no, that's Joy would tell me that no, that's like we're celebrating God and it's okay to feel that stuff because like we're singing to Him and you just gotta keep that on your mind. But I mean, we could debate all day. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, religion is one of those things where you can debate it all day and not change anyone's opinions. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's one of those things.
Yeah.
So
There's also like a Christmas thing, like even
Yeah.
if you stay away from religion, 12 months of the year or whatever, like, for Christmas, you find yourself in church a lot of times.
yeah.
Yeah, like a lot of my friends, they go like, "Oh, my mom wants me to go, so I went." Yeah, it was nice. I prayed and shit. Didn't really believe it, but it was all right.
Yeah.
I got food after.
I'm kind of in that boat too. With,
Yeah.
Like, if Melanie wants to, like, I'll go sometimes like with the family for Easter and for Christmas time and that kind of stuff. And it's just spending time with the family and the kids, believe and they like. I'm not one to be like, well, you're not gonna go there because I don't follow that stuff. I'm like,
you
well,
want
you
them
go
to believe and discover.
you can discover it. Yeah, you can learn and stuff like that. And then if you decide you don't believe in that, then you can decide that, and it's your decision. Not I'm making you take that decision.
Yeah.
But I want them to be able to like what. There's no church for them to go, for my opinion.
There
But
are
they-
now. Yeah, there are. There are.
They're hard to find around here, but
I don't know. With me not really taking a target of anything, I feel like it's hard for me to be like, you're gonna go here and
Yeah.
learn this stuff. I'm just kind of like, well, you can go learn that. If you decide you believe in that, then you can believe in that.
Yeah.
It's their decision.
Which
so.
yeah, and that's I think that's pretty good parenting for the most
But
part.
like, even if you're agnostic, I think maybe you should still read like Bible stories and stuff to kids, but just because it's such a integral part of like the culture and like cultural references and stuff. And like,
yeah, like
you can
our,
even just
our
read them as
social,
stories,
our laws and mores, like what I mean. Not
Yeah.
like
Like
not
eels?
a lot of not
sorry.
Bill Murray.
No, more eels.
mores, like social mores.
No,
I think
yeah,
it's
exactly.
They're actually pronounced mores, aren't they?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Let
But
me know in the chat.
But
I
like,
don't
if you're listening to a lot of Bob Dylan songs, if you don't know the Bible, you're not getting a lot of the stuff in those songs.
Is that why I don't like Bob Dylan?
It might be.
Yeah.
For Christmas, like Leon got everybody presents and stuff. He got Colson like a Ninja Turtles watch, and he got Melanie it looked like it was a lollipop, but it was a stick on this cardboard piece that was a whole bunch of hair ties wrapped around it.
Oh, really?
And it looked like it was a sucker, but it wasn't a sucker.
Oh,
it was
cool.
that. So it was really cool. But he got me I pulled it out and it was a snow globe of Joseph, Mary, and baby Jesus. And I was like, oh, thank you, Leon. And I looked over at Melanie and she's laughing at me. I was like, cool, thank you. And then I set it by the Christmas tree and he took it and set it on my nightstand by the bed. So I just left it there. But at the same time, I was like, what the hell's this? Like,
Yeah.
get it out of my house. And I throw it down and break it. I'm like, this is, so I don't know.
Well, what's weird is like, I remember I got married to Joy's family, and none of them want me to marry her. And now it's funny they all act buddy with me, but I fucking have not forgotten that they were all fucking against me marrying her.
Shouldn't you forgive, though, because you're Christian?
I do forgive, but I haven't forgotten, Aaron. That's what I just said.
That's part of forgiveness, Shane.
Oh, yeah, I haven't forgotten. But I'm taking steps like in terms of the action. Like I go, hey, how you doing? And I'm polite, and I don't start shit with them. You know what I mean? But I just remember they were fucking against me like a motherfucker. And I remember like my dad who was a Christian and grew up, but then of course he was in the military, he was a cop, and he doesn't seem like a practicing Christian, but he's well versed in his Bible scripture. So I remember like
So he's book smart, but not street smart? Is that what you're saying?
well, no, he's not street. It's not he's not street smart because he's a cop.
I mean in like religion standpoint.
Well, he's not. It's not like he has no knowledge of how to act like a Christian. I think he just doesn't care. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But I remember like when they were trying to break us up, like hardcore, even up until the day before we got married. And then he walked in his bedroom, got this old ass Bible, and he's like flipped and like he knew exactly where he was going. And he said, "Doesn't it say right here, do not let what God put together, let no man separate?" Or in the King James says, "Let no man put asunder." And he's like, "What do you think they think they're doing?" You know what I mean? And I was like, "Oh, I guess that's." Oh, I can't believe you know that shit. He's like, "Well, hell yeah, I know that shit, boy." You know what I mean? And he just cussing up a storm. I just stuck in bullshit. You know what I mean? So it was interesting when I was going through that struggle in my life. I saw like more of like the Christian aspect of him, like come to light to help and counsel me, when I was going through the really dark, stressful period. So he's like, well, Shane, they're fucking wrong because of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's not in that. Like, he hates going to church. He hates it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went to Catholic school. The only time he ever went was for my, because we had Christmas programs there. And he'd show, because you know how, like, you're supposed to go at the beginning and watch all the fucking kids to the end. And then
Oh, man, yeah.
It's terrible.
Dude,
well,
especially
he
when you
would go.
When you have the kindergarten class.
Yeah.
And they're first, and you got to wait till 5th grade goes.
Well, now my son's in 5th grade, so they're last. It's terrible. So he wouldn't care. He'd show up for my thing and leave immediately after. You know what I mean? So I would see him, like, I remember, like doing the last song, and my dad standing up, walking back to the back of the church, watching from the back of the church. As soon as we were done, he'd walk out. Because he'd drive himself, you know what I mean, and leave by himself.
Get out of the traffic in time and stuff.
Yeah, he hates church, man. Like, he
only-
thinks, they're all hypocritical, and they're all this, and, he's like, I just read the Bible, and whatever. That's how he is, you know what I mean?
The only
He just
time
put me to Catholic school because of the education.
the only time I ever had to memorize a verse was when I was in senior year drama class, and I did Pulp Fiction's Samuel Jackson.
That's not in the fucking
not
Bible.
even
I
in
know
the Bible.
it's not even a real Bible verse. It's
No.
just a cool ass verse.
It is cool.
Ezekiel 25:17.
One of the first verses I memorized was 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4 through 7, because it's love. Love is patient, love is kind. And the reason why I
It's a
admired
song
it,
too.
yeah, the reason why I admired it is because, like, and comes from Adam Satterthwaite. He was telling me, like, Shane, like, when I got married, it wasn't just the emotion. Like, I made it an action. Like, like, nowhere in there. Because, like, in the Greek, in love, in Greek, okay, there's, like, agape love, which is, like, God's love for us, right? It's used, if you read the Bible in Greek and Hebrew, like, agape is used more than anything.
I haven't read the Bible in English.
Okay.
Well, Greek or
like,
Hebrew.
Eros is romantic sexual love. It also means temporary love. And then there's filial love, like brotherly love, right?
Philadelphia.
Filipino love.
Philadelphia, city of brotherly love. There you go, Rick. Well, and like when you read it, when it mentions love in Greek, it'll say filio or agape. It doesn't just use love. Now love is like this umbrella term. That's why I think there's a lot of confusion. What is love and being love and versus being in love?
It's like the song.
Which is
what is love?
Which is stupid. This
Baby, don't
I broke the window again. So like,
What? Remember the skit?
yeah. Well, I was thinking
Will Ferrell, whatever
yeah,
the movie?
and the other guy, yeah.
Night of the Roxbury.
Neither
Yeah,
Roxbury.
what the hell is that other guy's name?
So the idea, like when you read it, it'll actually say the different Greek terms for love, right? And eros love, I think, like in this culture, like because this is not just a Bible, this is the Greeks, right? So like in this culture, I feel like that passionate in love when you first get with someone, you feel that feeling.
Yes.
And then when you stop feeling that feeling, you go, well, I am not in love with this person, or maybe I never was because I don't. The feeling isn't continuing today. But like back then, they knew that was just like puppy dog love and his eros love and his temporary romantic love and like other kinds of love are what get you through long relationships.
So are you saying Joy was a puppy when you married her and she's turned into a dog?
No, I'm saying I remember.
Sounds
I
dangerous.
remember like studying all this Greek, like these Greek definitions of love, and going and like I remember trying to make myself not feel that puppy love, and just trying to, like it's almost like
You're trying to force away the fake love.
Well, no, it's weird. It's like like one thing that like if you look at antiquity, the way marriage is criticized in antiquity, it's like it was just no one was happy. It was a partnership, which I disagree. I think there was plenty of people happy 100 years ago being married.
Edward the First was happy
Yeah, who?
with his wife.
Edward the
Edward
First.
the First.
Okay. Well,
Eleanor.
So like, but what's funny is like I was trying to make myself like, all right, Shane, like you don't want your marriage to be like this emotional, like your marriage to this woman that everyone is against and they think it won't last. You want to make sure it's not this emotional thing. So you want to prepare yourself for like commitment love and getting through the hard times by fucking not feeling in love now, baby. Like
Sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, I know it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
Don't be in love now, so I can be in love later.
Yeah.
Well, I
Like,
just,
I'm going to hate you.
I dropped something.
yeah,
years.
I just
I
wanted to
hate you now, honey, but
I
I'm
read
gonna
all
love
these-
you later.
I read all these marriage counseling books, like to make sure I was like, okay, well, this isn't just like this a puppy dog sexual romantic thing. It's like a partnership, and like I'm picking Joy because she fulfills these things in my life, and she complements these things. And I complement things in her life, and we connect like this partnership. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I try to look at it, like very black and white. And and then I kind of lessened up on that. You know what I mean? But
Like a transformer.
What? How does that relate at all?
Like
That'd be
pieces,
more like a
parts complement each other, becoming
don't-
his whole thing.
I thought my non
lasts for
sequiturs
years.
were.
Calvin's like trying to just grasp something that he
No,
can put
I
into this
was-
conversation of love, and he's
Never
like,
even seen
a transformer.
I was
more
just
like
making
a
a joke. I'm
like a
sorry.
Sword. It's more like a Power Rangers sword because
Yeah.
they connect.
Yeah.
that's
All
it.
right.
Like
I bet.
Power Rangers, bitch.
Optimus Prime is pretty much Jesus, so.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
that
Get
voice too. If Jesus had that voice, I'd probably be a Christian.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was it.
Yeah.
Man,
Is it
oh,
Peter-
what time
Peter
is it?
Cullen?
Damn, it's 4:50.
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes to go.
I still feel terrible. I have to say.
I'm sorry, Shane.
I'm trying to get stream
can
elements
tell,
up
like-
on here.
Different times when Aaron was talking, it might have just been what Aaron was
Well,
saying,
yeah, I was
but
so
you
like-
you rest your head on your mic.
Yeah, I feel really terrible. I have to say. I want to play Smash though. But,
Gonna
lose that
read
much.
out redemptions, Rick.
Well,
That's
guys,
the idea.
Rick's gonna open
Awesome.
redemptions. Thank you everyone for watching.
Thank
We'll
you.
go through all
Thank
of
you so
the.
much.
At the end of every stream, we go through the donations and the bits and the subscriptions.
Mhm.
Read off any notes or messages from you guys that way, and we'll see what you guys have to say. If there's any questions, we'll try to answer those.
Yerpy derp.
But thank you guys for watching as well. And this is actually going to be the last one of this year, isn't it?
Yeah,
Next
this year.
time we're back is going to be the new year. So hopefully you guys all have a great new year. Have
For the
fun,
podcast, we'll be
safe.
streaming tomorrow, though.
Yep. Yes, it will be a stream tomorrow.
I did
Smash.
poop. I pooped when I walked away earlier.
You said I got to take
That
a
was
call.
the
You
call?
just-
Good call.
No, I did. I did have to take a
No, he
call.
didn't say he had to take a call. He said I have to take this. So it was the shit that he had to take.
I have to take this shit.
I have to take this shit right
Joel
now.
just texted me, but it was like literally that was like 10 seconds. And then I took shit back. Then.
But no, tomorrow we're gonna be doing Smash Brothers with viewers.
Yeah, we're going to try it.
We'll see how the
Definitely.
internet holds out, and we'll
Um,
be smashing with viewers. We'll make a room so people can join in.
With a
We'll have a
password.
super password
Yep.
that you can only get by solving an equation.
That's the idea. So, should be fun.
You just take a picture of it now with your phone, it'll solve it for you.
Huh? No, we're gonna give them an equation that gives you a 4-digit code, and the only way you can get that code is by solving this equation,
You can
which
just-
we will hide somewhere amongst our mini reaction videos.
Oh my gosh, Aaron.
No, we're not doing that.
Or it could be
but,
like,
remember that scavenger hunt we did
Yeah.
in school? Wouldn't it be crazy if you had to do all that just to play games?
would be fun. I could make like a special thing on the website. They have to go to this page and click this thing, and then
Like an Easter egg
It was
in the
so fun.
website.
We spent a whole night in our school because that thing went on for like 3 weeks or a month or something like that, right?
yeah,
And it was like a scavenger hunt online.
I can't remember what it was called.
You had it was
Something Safari.
it was shoot, damn it, Rick. Yeah, Safari, Cyber Safari.
Yeah, maybe.
Cyber Safari is what it was called. And you had teams of like 5 people, right?
Well, that was like 3.
No, because we were Rams. Remember? It was like
Right.
Rick, Ryan, Aaron, Mason, Zach.
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
Yeah,
We were Rams.
that's it.
That was our team name. And you had to go around and it would be like, here's this hint. And you had to click the link and it would take you to a website. And on that website somewhere you had to find from the hint and the information, reading through stuff, the actual click that answered your question for this one link. And you had 100 of those or something like that. And we spent a whole night in the school, all the teams.
Jeez.
And we slept there like a slumber party at Bartlett School inside, and using the computer labs and
That's
the
a
computers
lock-in.
upstairs. Yeah, we locked into the school.
I remember all the
Bringing it around,
baby
baby.
pine trees in the back. Like the wind would blow through them. It'd sound like ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
They go, ooh.
It really did.
Yeah, that's cool.
Ooh, it was really, oh man, that was a fun time. I enjoyed that.
All right,
Cyber
we
Safari.
have Crimson with 10 bits. What's going to replace My Hero Academia when it finishes, since season 4 won't be out till October 2019? Well, that was a poll
Not
show.
It was
Sure.
a poll show, so we'll have to start a new poll or figure something out.
Nothing can replace that show.
Berserk.
when it ends.
Could be.
The Noble Wolf subscribed.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Noble Wolf.
Echo Dolly with 100 bits for charity.
Thank you, Echo.
Thank you.
Thank you, Echo. Appreciate it.
Crimson with another 10 bits. Hey guys, I showed my friend Cameron your Cards Against Humanity video. He loved it, thought it was hilarious, so I'm showing you guys to my friends to support you guys.
Well, cool.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you
so
very
much.
much,
We
Cameron.
appreciate it. Yeah.
I found some things I loved because of friends. I think that's how I found Screw Attacks, because of
Attack,
Rick,
yeah.
which I followed them for a long time. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that channel.
Top screen, 100 bits.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Top
so much,
Screen.
Top Screen.
Snowy resubscribed for 10 bits, saying your streams always brighten my day.
Thank
That
you so
must
much.
be
Resubscribed for 10 bits?
That's what he said.
10 months.
Okay.
That must have been before Rick criticized the food for saying
Yeah. Yeah.
Sean Clark has resubscribed for 5 months.
Thank you, Sean.
Crimson
Thank
with
you,
10.
Sean. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Crimson with 10 bits. Hey, Rick.
Thank you, Sean.
I thought I would tell you I started playing Cloud on Smash with my friends. Didn't win a match, but then I started playing Ike and won like 2 matches in a row. So Ike is my main now. Rick, do you have any tips for Ike? Let me know.
Sounds like you've been talking to Aaron.
Use your tilts.
Yeah, change the C stick to a tilt, and don't use smashes for the first 6 months of you playing.
Yeah, the tilts come out much faster, but still hit almost as hard.
Yeah,
So,
they hit really hard.
And learn to do short hopping, neutral air, and short hopping forward air, because that is your bread and butter
Yeah.
of approaching.
Yep.
He's hard to punish in this game when you do your sex kick or your neutral air.
Yeah.
Like he just swings that fucking sword, he lands, and he can immediately go into your jab.
Jabs.
Well, I
Yeah.
could do that in the last one too,
Well, I
it's
felt
terrible.
like I got you more in the last
Well,
one.
because you had a longer grab. That's why.
and there's less
Yeah.
lag now. I told you, man. There's that long grab helps you. That's why you got me with Yoshi earlier. Fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
That tongue.
Well, my game will improve. Like my grab is supposed to be better now.
Cross Ritter has resubscribed for 15 months. Yay! Finally able to watch it live.
Ah.
Rick, I'm over 60 hours in Dragon Quest XI, still not done.
Jeez.
Thanks for mentioning the game. Till I got curious, easily made my holidays. Puff puff. Hashtag puff puff. Puff puff. Yeah, it's amazing. Love it. It's one of my favorite games of all time.
Like Puff the Magic
It's pink,
Dragon
by the
Quest.
way.
Jeez.
I know, I spit.
I know. I don't know who you're
Ed-
talking
It's,
to.
it's pink. Someone said as pink.
He's looking at. I was like, all right, we're good.
Aramaic has resubscribed for 15 months.
What up, Aramaic?
Hey, Merrick.
What's
Thank
up,
you
dude?
very
Thank you.
much.
15 months, man, that's a long time.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, man.
very much, Aramaic.
Much appreciated.
And also, with 100 bits for charity, just wanted to say happy holidays, you filthy animals.
Holiday sauce.
Yeah.
Eggs
Holidays.
Benedict. Eggs Benedict.
Yeah.
Biggest Dickus, 75, has resubscribed for 18 months.
Thank you, biggest dickus.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Thank you for another year of awesome content. Looking forward to 2019.
Hey, thank
Cool.
you.
Thank you.
Agent J resubscribed for 4 months at Tier 3.
Hey, thank you,
we
Agent J,
appreciate
very
the hell
much.
out of you,
And
dude.
tier 3, thank you.
Yeah, thank
Mhm,
you so
very much.
Aramaic with another 100 bits for charity. And I didn't forget you, Shane. I just can't get your gift sent until after the 3rd. Hashtag charity.
Well, it's okay. I just appreciate,
Dude,
honestly, you being.
You should have heard him
You
off
being-
camera. He was bitching so much.
Yeah, you got me. Yeah.
Like,
But for real, thank you. No matter what you do, man, I appreciate anything and everything. We all do.
absolutely.
Yes, from everybody, especially you,
Right now.
because he's the one who's talking right now.
Yeah.
Phenom Taker has resubscribed
Phenom.
for 18 months.
Hey.
2 babies. Woo! Happy holidays.
And
I don't know
Stop
if you
at
can
2.
do that.
Well,
Happy
no, not for
between
this.
holidays, everyone.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Aramaic with another 100 bits. It's not antisocial, Shane. It's just you getting in your peace and quiet time. Hashtag charity.
That might be it. Yeah,
Talking
thank-
about the wanting to stay home and watch movies and stuff.
No, it's
Yeah.
when people come over, he hides in the back room.
Yeah, yeah.
Aramaic with another 100 bits for charity. I just watched the same movie I watch every year. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
I haven't seen
Rick's
that.
favorite.
I haven't seen that for a while.
It's good.
Yeah, I would say my favorite Christmas movies are probably Jingle All the Way, Home Alone 1/2, and I don't know what the third one was. I forgot. I have another one.
Jasmine Booth, 10 months.
Thank you, Jasmine.
Thank you,
Thank
Jasmine.
you very much, Jasmine.
Hope you guys had a great holiday, and I'm hoping you guys have an even better New Year's.
Well, thank you. I
Thank
hope
you.
the kids get over their sickness soon so that they can have fun.
Yes.
Katsuki tipped $2,
Thank you.
but
Thank you very
also is advertising, so I'm not going to read out his thing.
Thank you so much.
Madge Brat resubscribed for 10 months.
Thank you, Madge.
Thank
you,
you, Madge.
Madge.
Appreciate it.
Star
Man.
Killer 100 subscribed.
Ooh, thank
Hey,
you so much.
Thank you very much, Star Killer.
Clankzilla gave 500 bits.
Ooh, thank you, Klingzilla.
Hope you guys have an awesome New Year. Hashtag charity.
Thank you.
Hey,
Okay,
thank
thank
you
you.
for the charity bits.
Good
Yes.
New Year.
Aramaic with another 100 for charity. Did any of you ever let your friends win at games to keep them happy during a sleepover?
Yes.
Yes,
No?
I did.
I don't think we ever did that, right?
I think so.
think
I
we just
did. For a little bit. For Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Never did that for me.
Aaron even just cheated
You're-
when I came
you're
over.
a different kind of people.
What? When did I cheat?
Star
'Cause-
Fox.
'cause I picked... What? I did.
You did.
Some friends, like I knew they would quit the game if I.
I
just
forgot.
if I just beat the shit out of them.
It was 2v1 I upped my handicap percentage, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. I upped it really high. They didn't know. Like, we can't kill you. I'm like, well, I'm just good, guys.
Jeez.
I thought you were going to say because I picked odd jobs or something.
No, I'm talking about actual cheating.
Odd job is actual cheating.
No,
It's might have scrolled up a little.
And Battlescope, Rick.
Wow.
Man, I wish
Fucking
Battlescope was
Battlescope.
still around.
All right. We have Brother Tone has resubscribed for 18 months
Tone.
at tier 3.
Hey,
Aw,
thank you
Tone.
very much, Tone.
Thank you, Tone, man. We miss you, brother.
18 months? Give me that double blind wave baby.
I know
Twins. Wait,
Thank
that's
you,
not-
sir.
Not that Michael has resubscribed for 18 months.
Oh,
Okay,
thank
well,
you.
thank you
you
not
very
that
much,
Michael.
not that
Everyone's
Michael.
hitting that 18-month mark.
Yeah.
He
I bet
says-
these are all people that did this, like right when we got the subscription thing,
Yeah.
and then we've had it for
Right
a
when
couple
we
months.
got I can't
Affiliate.
remember. Affiliate.
Good
yeah,
job,
thank
Calvin.
He says 18 month squad.
Dude, yeah, we got everybody going with
Thank
that.
you.
Dip cheered 45 bits for our Lord and Savior Bebo. #charity.
Thank you.
Texas Viking with 100 bits for charity.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Phenom Taker with 10 bits for charity. Last day of #charity. Hopefully I'll make it for Smash tomorrow. If I lose, it's because of the delay, of course.
Well, thank you.
That's
Absolutely,
what
of
Shane was
course.
saying earlier.
That's what I always say.
Yeah.
The lag.
And
I
finally,
play on the same console.
Jasmine Booth with 100 bits for charity. Shane, you should try lemon ginger tea with turmeric and a spoonful of apple cider vinegar. Helps with the flu aches. Hope you feel better soon.
I've done that before. You might don't have the flu. It's a great remedy.
It is really good for you.
Yeah.
So thank you, Jasmine Booth, for
Thank,
the
thank you,
bits.
Jasmine. I do need to do that.
Is it
Right now, I feel like it's-
399,000? Is that what they raised? Is that what that says? Oh, wait, one more from Kitty.
$399,008 for
Is it-
direct relief.
Awesome.
yeah.
So they raised almost $400,000 for direct relief. That's awesome. Kitty has one more thing.
Oh, yes, Curiosity Kitty, 80 bits. Last of my biddies for #charity. Hope you guys had a good holiday and a happy new year.
Thank you,
Awesome.
Kitty.
Well, thank you, Kitty.
Thank you,
you.
Kitty.
And thank you, everyone who watched, subscribed, bidded. Is that how you call? Is that the kids call it these days?
Yeah, I don't know.
But thank you, guys. Come back tomorrow, 3 o'clock. We'll be
Cheers.
starting our Smash stream. We'll be trying to play with viewers. Hopefully, internet cooperates because I don't
Yeah.
know how internet plus streaming will work out. As long as we don't have issues with it, we'll do it. If
try
we
it.
do have issues, then we'll just go back to our usual.
We have some squats
Ah, damn it. I was
by
trying-
Crimson.
hope it's for Shane. 'Cause
Calvin for no reason. Just haven't given any to Calvin.
All right, Calvin, do some squats. Let Shane judge you like he always does.
I'm going to do them over here and just have my hands out.
Hang on.
Hey.
Wait.
Oh, darn.
Yeah.
you'd flip it
You're like Michelangelo.
Hold
Ninja
still.
Turtles. Not
Just
Michelangelo.
pick a spot.
You filthy animal.
Yeah, look right. That's perfect, Rick. Okay.
Perfect. Waist level.
Snowy with
God.
another 42 bits. All
Hang
I
on,
got.
hang on.
#charity.
See how the heels coming up?
Listen. Is that his knees?
Ugh.
I don't know.
What's that noise?
I can't even look.
That's worse than my knees.
It sounds like he's doing them on bubble wrap.
Because you're
It
using your
does.
knees to squat. You're not using your.
Oh my god. I'm like, what the hell is that noise? It's terrible.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. We hope you all had a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and a Happy New Year. If you don't see us before then,
Thank you,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Appreciate it.
Bye,
Thank you very much,
guys.
everybody. Happy New Year.